Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once concealed. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with self sometimes.
Don't allow them to, don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to, don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast, I'm eating. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still depleted, trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight, I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? My mind's in an eternal fight. Wonder where you are tonight. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once could see then. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. Oh, You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast, I mean it. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind's in an eternal fight. Wonder where you are tonight. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once could see then. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind's in an eternal fight. Wonder where you are tonight.
Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to the Collegiate Valorant League Season 2, hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by me. I am your part-time host slash full-time Cypher Stan, Queen B. Per usual, we have 3 matches for you guys tonight, starting off with CSUSB versus Ryerson B. But before we get into your regularly scheduled Valorant Bloodlust, I do want to give a big, huge virtual bear hug to all of the new schools that are joining the CVL family. Here at the Gamers EDU, we're all about promoting a safe and a positive space here on Twitch that promotes mental health and mental health awareness. There is not enough spaces here that really focus on that, so we're happy to be that for you guys. And whether you're joining us for the first time or you're joining us from last season, we're so excited to have you guys and to see your beautiful faces in chat, or I guess your beautiful screen names in chat. And because we wouldn't have a family without them, I also have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, HyperX, for our exclusive headset partner, for giving us these headsets that keep your cast and crew and your hosting crew looking fresh, looking funky, looking flirty, while also giving you quality that makes you feel like you're hearing with like echolocation. So thank you for that. Thank you, Ritual Motion. They make high quality gaming gloves that keep your fingies toasty while also keeping your gameplay spicy. And thank you, MSI. They're covering the entirety of the CVL prize pool, which is amazing, but they're also helping us make all of this happen for you guys. So I just want to thank the sponsors that I mentioned and the ones that I didn't. Thank you all for believing in us as much as we believe in our players. We're super excited to kick off season 2 bigger, badder, and better than ever with your guys' help. And if anything that I mentioned just now is interesting to anyone in chat, please don't hesitate to check out our panels down below. They have information on all of our sponsors, along with special offers and discount codes made exclusively for the CVL community, because we're special like that. And down below, you'll also find our Discord, our Instagram, and our Twitter, because we know you guys are slammed with midterms right now. You have no time for yourselves, along with like keeping up with a tournament that's going to last 3 months and keeping up with when your favorite teams play. So let us take that stress for you. Follow our Instagram, you'll find that in our story, or our Twitter, you'll find that in our tweets. And now, before I pass it off to your casters for the evening, Eli the Curry and Ashcon, I'm going to send you guys on the teeniest, tiniest little commercial break. I will see you guys in chat. Bye.
Where's all the lovers with the side missing the chance to transform something basic? Don't allow them to, don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. It's you that turns around this whole mess. It's you that turns around this.
Welcome everyone to another wonderful evening of collegiate Valorant action presented by the Gamers EDU. I am Eli the Curry, joined today by Ashkan, who is going to be heading up our critical commentary today. Want to thank our sponsors, partners over at MSI, Clear Eye View, CSUEA, as well as AIM Labs, Radiant.gg, Ritual Motion, and of course, HyperX for bringing all of the Valorant action that we are going to see tonight. Our first match of the evening is going to be between California State University, Santa Barbara, and Ryerson B. And all of the matches that we have tonight will be played on Haven. So these will all be first to one map matches. Ashkan, first of all, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here again, Eli.
Yes, absolutely. For those of you who saw the ending bits of season 1, Ashkan impressed us all, blew us away with his commentary, and now he is back officially, no longer rookie of the year, now just star player, star caster.
You're flattering me, man. It's just a pleasure to work with everyone here. I love you guys all at the Gamers ED. It's amazing to be here.
Right on, man. Well, it's good. We're going to be holding down these Friday night streams in our Diamond division. Have you seen either of these teams play before? Do you recall?
I do remember I believe Santa Barbara played in season 1, but I'm not sure if this is the same roster. So I'm going to refrain from making comments as of yet, but once we see their gameplay a little bit more, we'll see if they retain that same style of play.
Okay. Yeah. And I know that I've seen Ryerson play from one of the weekend series events, but I'm now wondering if that was the A team or the B team that I saw as well. So I'm not, like you said, I'm not going to rush to make any statements just too soon. We have a lot of Valorant action to go through tonight. So plenty of time for the players to make introductions and let us know. As I mentioned, we are going to be going to Haven. Ashkan, what are your thoughts on this map? What are some things you're looking to see out of both of these teams as they try to make their way and get the win tonight?
So as always, Haven is unique in the sense that it has its triple bomb site set up. And so it really makes having a Sentinel important on each team comp. Without a Sentinel, it becomes extremely difficult to hold that extra site. And already as I'm talking about it, we're going to see a Cypher Hover and a Cypher Lock on both teams. And of course, we need plenty of smokes. And Omen is a good pick here because of his smokes that recycle themselves, or rather a refreshing cooldown.
Mm-hmm. And also the smokes also can travel basically through walls, right? So he's actually not limited to line of sight for his ability to use that utility. So, anybody who's watched a lot of Valorant, which is obviously going to be most of you, you see this agent a lot. I'll tell you one agent you don't see a lot, actually, and there might be 3 of them. We might get our first Sage, at least as far as I've seen. And I was going to say we might have our first Viper, but we're not sure who Viz is going to lock onto. But Flix, is on the newest agent. Ashcon, do you want to give us a quick breakdown? Because we might have a brand new face to the CVL.
Oh my god. Yoru. Oh,
you made it.
Oh no! And he switches off right away. Well, I was so excited to give Yoru a nice character introduction, but hey, you know what? Reyna's just as good, even though she just got nerfed recently. But hey, it is what it is.
Oh, she recently got nerfed? It didn't look like it. It didn't look like it last night.
Oh, yes, sir. So, for those of you who don't know, Reyna used to have 4 charges on her Q and E ability, which is her Devour and Dismiss, where she can heal herself or go invulnerable. And that was reduced to now 2 charges. So, your Reyna players are going to pop off a little bit less, except for those rounds where they got their ults.
Yeah, they need to be a little bit more thoughtful with that ability as opposed to being able to use it after every single fight in a round, essentially.
So, right now, we're starting off with, it looks like A towards from our attack side. Very aggressive. No defaulting, it seems like. They just want to go hard on this pistol round.
And this is going to be Ryerson B who is starting off on the attacking side. As we look through Loki's eyes, it will be Santa Barbara on the defense to begin with. So we see this. Let's start here now.
And seeing the cage cross, we're going to see an immediate fallback on Loki. Holding behind the box. Vice is going to dash in. He's trying to find someone. Searching desperately, but can't seem to lock eyes with anyone. Except for Rios and Loki, who find 2 picks.
There's a response there as Tofu and Quan get back at them now. Even it up. Jeff gets involved as well. It is 2-2, however, as the teams trade off. Oh, wow. Lazy survives that. Able to take one down.
Amazing Omen v Omen situation here. 69 to 100 full health. We'll see a peek, but unfortunately caught with his pants down. Oh no, a deep goes out. Quan is lower.
Spike planted.
Here comes the blind.
Well, if you're Abelito, you have the high ground advantage, but you do have the time that has to pop down now. And this is just going to be a quick draw. Somebody run like the bell. Hey. Well, there's Abelito getting the first. Oh no. Did I say the names wrong? I said the names wrong. I might have tagged the whole wrong tweet. Somebody help.
Abelito
San Bernardino, it's not Santa Barbara. There's different
SB.
Thank you, chat. I appreciate y'all for correcting me.
Oh, San Bernardino. I see.
Well, let me put some respect on their name, as Abelito was able to get the first round for San Bernardino. And so that's probably why you were thinking of a different team when I asked if you had seen them last season, because I said Santa Barbara, and that's not even who we were watching.
Could be so. But right now we see an extremely aggressive mid push to break down the Sage Wall, but they get slowed off immediately. Line of sight is now cut. 4 members in a slow, immediately deciding to retreat. This is a dangerous situation. Defense side does not choose to push up the flanks, so for now the attacking side is safe.
But you can see right there why, that Sage pick. This is an agent that can very, very harshly impact the terrain and make it very difficult for attacks to go. As we see Buzz Lightyear coming through with the flank. Gets one. Oh no, isn't able to pick up a second.
Okay, Ryus trades it out.
One enemy
Loki takes another trade off of Tofu J, and it's going to be a 1v1 Jet versus Reyna. Reyna's overhealed. We'll see how it goes.
It's again another situation here. And it is Flix. Ironically speaking, Flix, who did not have to adjust their aim as they had the tactical advantage, and is able to take down Loki.
Absolutely. Tactical advantage, great crosshair placement, and I would like to point out he had 9 bullets left in that mag out of 30, so amazing calm there to not choose to reload and give away his position.
We've seen that quite a bit, I think, in the CVL, and it's one of the major markers, I think, between execution is knowing when a fight is done and it's safe to reload, and when you're deciding to just go with what's left in the clip and keep yourself ready and able to shoot, even though you can't go. Obviously, you're not going to open up, and spray the whole clip, but have to be careful as we see Buzz Lightyear taken out here. First blood this round goes to Ryerson, and now
Vice has 2 picks.
Very clean there. Lazy, not able to get the kill there on Flick. So now a strong advantage here for Ryerson as low-key starts things off well for the retake situation.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Tofu slow peeks, low key unaware that he's outside on grass. Abuelito is alone in this 1v4 situation. He's trying to take at least one, but unfortunately cannot find it as Tofu pushes into garage to finish him off.
A very, very patient development of the attack strategy there from Ryerson. You love to see that in a team, right? They have the advantage. They don't overrush. They don't get super eager to try to finish the round. Instead, they take advantage of that situation and execute it to the fullest.
So right now I have my eyes on Jeff, who has chosen to play this round out with a Bulldog, even though he's perfectly capable of buying a Vandal or Phantom. So I want to see how he does with it, because personally I'm not a fan of the Bulldog. It's not a one-shot headshot kill, but I have seen work happen with it before.
Find out exactly how useful that is. It's once again, it's Vise who gets through and gets the first pick of the round. Ryerson's Jet now looking extremely strong to start out with.
Attacking side aware that defense side Omen has rotated off, but may not be aware that he's going to go ahead and re-peek from heaven. As the fight breaks out, Tofu's going to take out Abuelito, and A site should be open. Buzz Lightyear holding the deep angle from PT, takes the pick off Tofu J, but the attack side is going to entry in. Reyna is going to go ahead and dismiss, find herself out of that dangerous situation.
We're gonna reset here now. You got this retake opportunity for San Bernardino. There's no need to overcommit, but they are gonna need to find somebody to get a clutch angle. Buzz Lightyear had a shot at it, but there's Quan with that Bulldog. Or no, that wasn't Quan. That wasn't that's Jeff wasn't even using a Bulldog. Was it Quan who bought it? Or did he pick up a different gun?
Jeff was the man with the Bulldog. I think he probably picked it up from the corpse, is what I'm assuming here. That's not something that's completely weird. I guess we could have seen that one coming. So port players, as they're not, the first ones in, will tend to pick up a rifle from either one of their own dead duelists or whoever their duelist picks off.
That's true. And Loki did fall early in that round, so it's very likely that it could have just picked it up from there.
Yes, sir.
That's funny. We were talking about that the weapon selection, and in the back of his head, Jeff is probably like, I'm not even going to use this thing, but I had to show some effort.
True. He just keeps it just in case,
Maybe he just thinks that the Bulldog is neat.
Mize is going to go ahead and try to find their way in. Dash to avoid the tripwire. Go ahead and ult gets a pick on Lazy. He's going to go ahead and walk up towards Reyna and is not going to find her.
Look at
He's
this.
going to get in the chaos. It's Reyna v Reyna. One dies. Buzz Lightyear takes out Quan. Jeff is going to go ahead and take out Buzz Lightyear in a trade. Abuelito is alone.
Yeah, all
on
alone.
A.
Once again now, and you have to make this perilous journey through the heart of the map here. See the angles being set up now on the Ryerson side. There's Flicks. There's an impressive showing of the name right there. Getting that quick draw. Getting that. I want to mention right there early, we saw Jeff pop that ult to back up Vise's Bladestorm. I don't feel like we've seen that very often. That Hunter's Fury backed up, or that Bladestorm backed up by Hunter's Fury. What do you think about combining those two ults to initiate?
I think that was definitely a great use of it because it kept those rotators from CT off of that C site just for a few extra seconds. Gave Vise the opportunity to take an aggressive jump over the box. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find multiple picks, but it definitely controls the zone. And just as we're talking, Buzz Lightyear is going to take a pick off of Vise. Vise is not going to be our entry for this round.
Indeed. Now we'll see if that forces Ryerson into a different site or whether they'll just choose to continue. As we see Quan getting the kill on Abuelito, that's going to even up the numbers at least. And that'll preserve some degree of flexibility now for Ryerson as they decide where they want to go.
Okay, a little bit of an awkward aim battle going on here between Tofu and SB's Reyna. Info has been spotted. We're going to go ahead and see a triple rotate over to the A side from defense. And no rotation out. We're going to go ahead and instead see a Sova arrow to reveal a little bit more.
Tofu has looked very comfortable in this A site. Flicks there with another impressive showing there, turning the corner. Taking off the stage. And now once again, it is Ryerson with heavy command of the round. 4 agents to 2, even with the low health. You got this many guns trained on angles. It's very hard to make moves to get into the site here. What do you recommend, Ashkan, for San Bernardino?
So with a lot of time left on the clock, personally, knowing that 2 of the enemies are extremely lit, I personally would make an attempt to retake the site. However, what is difficult for them is that Sova, right? Jeff is out here with his recon arrow, able to see when and where SB would be pushing from to retake if it happened.
Yeah, and it looks like instead Lazy, as well as looks like they Low-Key and Lazy are gonna just hang off and see maybe if they can pick off some angles here. But once again, not an aggressive decision right after the spike is going off. Right, Ryerson confirms they're gonna get a clean round, and they're just content to have that. They don't need to headhunt. They don't need to get the guns on the ground and try to get extra money. They'll just take the 5-1 lead and move forward from there.
Absolutely. That type of decision making is really what separates the lower tier teams from the higher tier teams. It's just that patience to take what they have and leave it, right?
Yeah, and you notice now as you see San Bernardino gearing up for this next round, you don't see rifles and all that. They're not on another buy round. We saw, a Spectre here in Lazy's hands. I think I saw Bucky as well on someone else. So this isn't going to be a fully equipped defense here. So this is definitely a round where if you're Ryerson, you just want to execute your initiation strategy correctly and not overextend, right? You know you're not going up against a fully kitted squad.
Ooh, but what Ryerson doesn't know is that there are 2 people in garage, so Vi's going to take out Rios. Low-Key's going to find a double pick, but Quan's going to go ahead and take the trade again. We're going to even up the numbers 3-3, and a lot of chaos broke out right there in garage with an amazing idea to stack it after the sage wall has been placed on B. Lazy has been spotted by the Sova drone, and he's going to go ahead and retreat off of A as Jeff moves on to take ground and his teammates push into garage.
And Jeff there winning the fight with Lazy. That's going to open Seaside wide. And I'm wondering now about this. This is kind of a slow rotation from Buzz. Doesn't it feel like they had to have known once Lazy got tagged by that drone that the action was towards the Seaside? But
Absolutely.
it's another cautious retake here from San Bernardino.
As they slowly clear the site, San Bernardino is going to realize that Ryerson is sitting out at the back of long with a long plant. All they need to do is spray, and Abolito gets taken out by Jeff. Buzz Lightyear pings the bomb, and there's nothing he can do in this situation.
Yeah. It looks like Buzz is he was trying to go for, I respect that constellation play, right? Like you said, not going to be able to defuse in that situation. It's so hard to get a defuse down through C when they're able to just spray down the line of sight, right? They don't even need to see it. They just know where they planted the spike. Instead, Buzz tried to step forward and get a couple of kills on the way out, was unable to, but I'm liking the decision-making we're seeing out of both of these teams, right? Execution aside, it looks like they're trying to make heady plays to set themselves up for success in future rounds. It's just all going to come down to who's in the right spot and who can get the clutch shot.
Speaking of plays, we have Santa Barbara here with an Opper, C long. We're going to see what they do with it. Tofu's going to find a pick on Buzz. Ryerson now has the man lead on attack, which is great for them here on this 3 bomb site map.
Triple sights.
Something triplets,
Like my scope got 3 settings. The action over towards B. A lot of shooting, but not so much danger. Ooh. Here's that.
Very unique ult.
Got it off safely, too. That was a dangerous situation. If that had been canceled, Tofu would have been ready to punish.
Speaking of Tofu, he's going to go ahead and have the A site clear perfectly and ready for his team to come and plant because, unfortunately, SB had over-rotated to the C site. And we're going to see a lot of control. Rios is going to go ahead and hear the plant first for his team, call everyone over. But Ryerson still has that man advantage.
Well, Loki still has that operator as well, though it will be minimized in this situation. It is still a very dangerous weapon.
Blocking sight.
Rios with a great pick on Flicks. The arrow comes out from Sova to see if anyone's going in. Vise is going to go ahead and try to contest the Jet player, but unfortunately Loki finds a pick on Quan before that happens.
Good movement there from Vise to get out of the way, and there is Tofu getting a third kill on the round to secure that, and there's an operator on the ground. It looks like Jeff may have picked it up. Yes, it is in the hands of Jeff right now.
Man, I got to commend Ryerson for their post plant play there, knowing full well that the side of Santa Barbara had the ops still. They played very carefully. You saw their Omen. You saw Ryerson's Omen smoke out the CT side to make sure that Opera doesn't get a pick. And unfortunately, even though they did, the rest of Ryerson's team was enabled to go ahead and take those trades.
And it's what you mentioned, right? Talking about the value of the Sentinels, the value of that utility, smoking things off, getting eyes on areas, and just setting the entire team up for success. It seems to be something we've seen a lot for Ryerson as part of their attack strategy, just not just Tofu and Flix getting initial kills, but also allowing site development, right? And looking really strong once the spike goes down.
Absolutely. But it looks like SB is learning as they have left Omen to stay on A. Unfortunately, Santa Barbara is still going to find the pick on Vice. Quan's going to take back Buzz Lightyear. Tofu's going to find Rios. And we're going to have a 3-for-4 SB as Ryerson heads towards mid.
Once again, as we get into this middle of the round here, it is an agent advantage. Oh, there's Flix. But look at the coverage there. Abelito not able to get a clean shot. As the smoke comes down, the paranoia goes out and forces them off of that angle, and that should have been, dare I say, without that smoke going down. Without the smoke going down, I think I might have been able to get that kill, but then there's the coordination again. Oh, it's Loki and Abelito get a couple of dinks. They're feeling good about that.
Ryerson's post plant not as strong on the B site. We're going to have Loki go ahead and ult. We're going to see what he can find. He's going to find 1, 2, making it his 3rd kill of the round. Great knife play. He had the op. He knew he had to get close quarters with that ultimate. And finally, SB is going to take a round for themselves, making it 2-7.
That was a very important round there. They were falling behind. The eco situation was looking dire, and they managed to pull it out here with 2 rounds left in the half now. San Bernardino has an opportunity to salvage this, right? 7-4, obviously not what you would like, but if it's the choice between that and being down perhaps 8 rounds to 3 or even 9 rounds to 2, you'll definitely be happy to get it. Love to see the execution from Loki as well. We mentioned one of our partners is AIM Labs. It looked like Loki may have been spending a bit of time in the AIM Lab, the way they were working that Blade Storm.
You're saying Loki uses AIM Labs?
High key. I'm saying Loki has good aim. The same. It's Buzz Lightyear. And you see why they decided Reyna probably shouldn't be able to do that after every single fight as Buzz gets 2. They are followed there by Tofu J, who gets a 2nd as well. Tofu just owns A site? Is that the rule? Is that how this works?
I think that's how it is. Tofu, that's his real estate right there.
Okay.
He's just the landlord.
It's just it's got to be the veggie market right there. Just nobody challenges Tofu J except Abelito, who gets the kill there. Lazy takes down Quan, and now Jeff doesn't even get a chance to try to defend that. And now San Bernardino is going to find their 3rd round of the half after what was a very, very rough start for them. They're putting together a couple of nice rounds here. Ashkan, what are you seeing as far as adaptation on the side of San Bernardino as they try to finish this round out with 3 wins straight?
So I'm seeing that they're not going and overcommitting to their rotations anymore. That's what the problem was with those first 7 rounds. Additionally, of course, hitting that double kill in the first that last round, Buzz Lightyear taking 2, that of course always helps. But the idea that Santa Barbara is more solidly making decisions based around information that they not only do have but don't have is just great.
Here we now have Vice kicking off the final round of the half with the Blade Storm. No reason to save any ults at this point. You're going to reset win or lose at the end of this round.
Oh, not this round, next round.
Oh, yeah. No, this is the last round and a half, right?
No, first to 12.
Oh, gosh. I can't count either. All right. I can't read. I can't spell. Can't count. Just say words when the people do the knife thing as Vise gets their third kill of the round.
Jet knives go burr, you know, it's
See,
just what it is.
that's what it is. That's how this game works for me. I just watched the Jet do cool stuff and go, that was awesome.
Oh, you are not
Like-
happy about that. Low-key is not happy about that. When you get a shotgun to the face on the enemy, you expect them to drop dead. Unfortunately, they did not.
Not only that, just getting dismissed so quickly after the shot goes off. And now we have the actual last round before the swap. I've been so good about it this year too. I've been using my count by numbers. I've been using all my fingers and toes. I've been doing such a good job, but it's okay.
We just got to study harder. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ryerson righted the ship last round. They had lost a bit of momentum. With 8 wins in the first half, they're going to be feeling good regardless, but what exactly are you looking to see here as they attempt to win the last round of this half?
So it seems like here's they're going for picks, which is personally a strategy that I endorse when you're on a round like this, where just you want that extra bit of icing on the cake, right? And again, we're gonna find our landlord on A, Tofu J, as SB makes the mistake of over-rotating for the nth time this half. He's gonna make it on. Low-key's gonna find a pick on Flicks, unfortunately. The round is even up, but hey, Tofu, you're already in. You get your pick. All right, 3 for 3. Ryerson should be aware that SB is rotating onto A now. They should fall off. Vi's is going to find a pick anyways. Rio's going to trade back. Vi's is going to go ahead and take another kill. And Rio's is going to find Vi's in a 1v1 situation with Jeff and Rios.
Rios now, you see, we'll be able to put eyes on the spike. And there's that.
30 seconds left.
That's rude. That's rude. We get 1 ult and a half. And they don't even get to respawn.
Oh no.
As Ryus makes like Thanos and says, fine, I'll do it myself. They get their 4th kill of the round. And it is 8-4 Ryerson as we go into the second half.
Now, what's really appealing to me that I've been seeing is these like site executions when they burst out. It's trade after trade after trade after gunfight. Like it's just loud and then it's quiet. You know. It brings a tear of joy to my eyes. I've played one too many solo queue ranked games.
Yeah, and we've talked about this in previous matches. Bent and I, we've seen it when a team is able, especially someone on a Reyna or a Jet, right? One of those very high quality duelist agents. You cannot just approach 1v1, you know what I mean? And just let them reset, reload, and take another position in those fights. You've got to engage them quickly. And it looks like on both sides, we're seeing that once the pressure starts, once the gunfight begins, members of the team are moving to engage. They're looking to get active, maybe even too much for San Bernardino. As you mentioned, they've been caught over-rotating a bit. We'll see how that plays out when they attack.
Ryerson loses Vise on the defense. Loki's going to go ahead and go in. SB finds a nice play here. We're going to see some default arrows going out. And does not fall to the shock darts. Amazing timing there. Amazing luck. Flip is going to go ahead and find a pick on Ryu and heal. Abelito not going to find the trade quite yet. Let's see what goes on around this corner. Flix is going to go ahead and take the trade. And it does not matter that he's out of heals. He's going to find a third. Will he find 4 and 5?
No, they will be shut down. No, actually, no. Flix doesn't find the ace, but they don't mind too much. They get the round.
Yeah,
Ryerson now.
If you win, you win.
Yes, that's how it works in actual competitive play, right? Solo queue, well, my teammates suck. They're not paying attention. They don't care. I'm just going to try to keep the stats up, make sure that I don't take too bad of a elo deficit, right? In competitive play, it's like, just try to help out, just helping the team.
Absolutely, and very great decision-making on Flix to re-engage Abelito while he was in sewers. rather than let Ibolito roam free and re-peek the site from short.
It's an aggressive decision, but you know, one you would expect out of your Reyna, right? She needs to be picking fights. It's kind of what the agent is built to do. See, Ibolito once again engaged early on. Rather low on health. I have to imagine he's going to be going to find his Sage to get healed up, as we see that happening right now.
And now Ryerson has the, or sorry, SB has the health lead. And Lazy is going to go ahead and copy Tofu. He's going to go ahead and sneak onto the A site, but Tofu is going to hear his camera go down and his tripwire get tripped.
Well, there's the T spilled. Well, there's somebody in A site, but it looks like the lion's share of the action is actually happening back towards B. As we see Jeff and Buzz each getting a kill. There's Buzz Lightyear getting their second kill. All this commotion, we hadn't even noticed that Loki had purchased the Marshall. Haven't heard the report.
And now he's going to go ahead and take a lockdown onto the C link side of the map. Tofu J is going to go ahead and take a fight with Ibolito. Ibolito is going to go ahead and teleport through.
One enemy remaining.
Loki finds a pick on Tofu. Buzz Lightyear takes a pick on Quan. Flix is going to trade Ibolito, but Lazy ends it all with a dink to Flix.
Well executed there, not even needing to get a spike down. Instead, San Bernardino just gets a very strong position, right? They kind of just cordon off the map and they isolate members of Ryerson, each one, while they're on separate sides of the B site, which would maybe make the retake a bit tougher for San Bernardino to hold if the spike went down. From a Bloodlust perspective or a deathmatch perspective, it's just 1 versus 3 on both sides instead of being 2 versus 3 overall.
Oh, speaking of deathmatch, that looks familiar.
Round start, yeah. I was gonna say one word here for the people who know, you know, SWAT. Anyway, he was in the shutdown there for Tofu J. So now, if you're Ryerson, you have to scramble the defense here. You've got 3 agents, 3 sites. What is the plan now to try to get yourself in a position to still try to win this round if you're Ryerson?
The plan is to save. Well, actually, they are on a save round, so they do want to take as many out as they can here, like Vise just does, and dashes out of the way with an amazing flick. Amazing catch on the cross. Great dash out. Buzz Lightyear is going to go ahead and just... He can't take revenge. He's been walled off by his own team, but hey, that's what it takes to secure the post plant.
Well, and now it forces the movement towards heaven. We'll see Vise up there. And you know, Rios has to know that that's where the action is going, since as you can see that door has been thoroughly walled off.
There.
Ice, ice, baby.
One enemy remaining.
Buzz getting another kill.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and pick up Quan at the end of the round. Here's Jeff. Oh, he's gonna find Buzz Lightyear in a nice trade. Okay, let's see if he can pick up the gun. Oh, someone's gonna come around the corner. Lazy.
Take what's useful.
Aries go Burr.
Kill there. And now San Bernardino. Another couple of rounds, 6-9, making up this lead. It was looking a little tough for them, right? They fall in the first round of this half, and that pistol round doesn't go their way, but they're able to respond. Although we do now see Ryerson loading up for Bear. Vise has snagged the operator.
Oh no, not the operator. Every Valorant player's worst nightmare. He's gonna go ahead and take it C long, and they're gonna double stack C. Triple stack C. Double stack C, double stack garage. Okay, Ryerson, I see you. Very interesting play.
We've seen a lot of different strategies from these teams that we did not see last year, right? Different ideas about how to execute defenses. But one thing that is universal, you put the operator on one of your best shooters, you let them do work. As Vise gets that opening pick. Shutting Buzz Lightyear out of this round right now.
Hunter Fury is going to land once, but not twice, nor a third time. Loki, however, is going to go ahead and take flicks, smoke off the A-Link, take a aggressive dash to see if he can get a trade on Tofu, pick on Tofu. And he unfortunately does not. Tofu gets lazy. Can Loki trade it?
One enemy remaining.
It's Ryu's on the other side over Quan, but Tofu getting their third of the kill. Tofu and Jay shutting down any attempts for San Bernardino to initiate into the B site. So we look at our ult economy here. We see Buzz Lightyear getting ready for that Empress. Ryu's will likely get that ultimate up and ready here. You know, they got to be looking to get them onto one of those ult orbs so that they can get that Sage ult online. When you're looking at having to potentially deal with an agent twice in one round, right, after that resurrection, what are some keys to maximizing the value of that resurrection? And on the other side, how do you move around that knowing somebody might come back?
So the biggest thing is if you're Ryerson with the res, you don't want to die anywhere where you can be repeaked. And then if you are, you know, SB, you want to make sure they can be repeaked.
Well, it's going to be SB who has the resurrection there, as we have right, yeah.
Begins.
So we hear that Reyna ult go off. Quan now has a lot of aggressive action coming towards the C site. Low-key gets one, but Jeff gets two. So it's two for low-key before they fall to Flicks. The numbers stay even.
Last player standing.
Ryu's and Lazy.
Spike planted.
And we have a 2-to-1 situation here. With the res, Ryu's is going to go ahead, probably going to go, picks up Lazy, and it is a 3v1. Can Jet handle it? I mean, you have an operator on defense, you're probably going to want to save. And so they are. Vise is going to go ahead and watch this C-Link area with his operator and try to find exit frags. And so we'll have a very nice nice minute of tea time here as we wait for the bomb to tick down.
We get this time to talk about it. What do you think of that resurrection so late in a round, taking a 2v1 advantage and turning it to a 3-to-1 advantage? Do you feel like that's an overly conservative ultimate usage, or do you think that it's worth it to, you know, make sure that you get the round?
So we're going to see it in the economy here right now, actually, that because SB was a little bit low on economy, this helps them a bit more. And additionally, it kind of denies Vise any chance of retaking the site, right? In a 1v2, you're a duelist. Stuff happens, you know? They go in, they go nuts, right? You don't want to risk it at all. So I'd say it's a very fair ultimate, and I wouldn't call it conservative, in my opinion.
Well, I'll just say conservative in the sense of we're going to use our resources here to make sure we get this round. We're not going to be greedy about how much resources we try to take into the next round.
Yes.
Although I guess conservative usually can mean like they won't spend it, but they did spend it.
All right, so here we have a defense pushing through window while offense goes into A. This is not a situation you often see. SB is going to go ahead and flank the trap, or tripwire the flank, something like trap the flank. You know, that's what I was going for. Lazy going to go ahead, walk away, camera everything, and the bomb is going to go down. Vise is alone, holding A link entrance from A. Tofu goes ahead and trips that wire.
So we see Lazy get the kill there on Tofu J. We cut away from that as Tofu was entering that room, but looks to me that Lazy probably saw where they were and had the angle set up on them. This is a near flawless round right now. Vise is alone with that operator, and they do not want to be found before this round ends.
And here we go, another save round with the operator. Now that's something that's a little bit disadvantageous about the operator, you know, is that you can't effectively retake sites with that operator, right? You need a rifle if you want to clear those close angles. If it were C site and Vise gets the flank all the way around long somehow, maybe it could happen, but it's definitely an in your dream scenario when you're stuck with that operator in hand.
Yeah, as well as we've seen now from SB, part of their plan, it seems to be, is to definitely watch those guns, right? They know Vise is hanging on to this operator, so it looks like anytime a rifle touches the ground, SB is looking to prevent, you know, even the opportunity for Vise to be able to pick up a rifle and then make something happen. Almost as if they're just accepting that the operator is part of it and they're just moving around it. They're just trying to like not engage with that angle whatsoever and take out the rest of Ryerson and leave Vise basically at a numbers disadvantage where the gun is just kind of negated.
Exactly, and that's always how operators have should be handled. So basically great show of game knowledge from the side of SB. Ryerson's gonna go ahead. Tofu J take out Lazy. Abelito is gonna find Quan in the 4 for 3. Tofu's gonna take a third of this round. Abelito also finding his third in creating a 2 for 2 scenario.
There's the pop off there as Loki looks off of that angle. They would have had that fight with Jeff. Instead, they have the spike and an opportunity to plant quickly. And this will engage Ryerson now. At the very least, now.
Found them.
Recon Dart comes out, so they know one is on default site. Jeff has to take this peek. Loki holding that angle. They have 2 together, so hopefully they'll find a trade at the very least.
Last player standing.
And so they do, but unfortunately, Abelito was hiding behind the backside. His spot was not revealed, and he takes 4 for that round.
Not bad at all. Abelito looking very strong here as we see now this comeback starting to happen for San Bernardino. Looking great here as Loki has done the job that you expect your Jet to do, be your top fragger, but the rest of SB, even though it doesn't look like it in the KDA, they're starting to come alive here and really engage Ryerson very well in some of these firefights.
Absolutely, they certainly are effectively peeking and communicating, enabling Loki in these sections where he should be enabled and working around. They have definitely, I would say, a fragger-centric set of decision-making right now.
I feel like that's going to be the situation, especially for, some of these collegiate teams. The skill level heading into the team building process is just going to be sometimes players like Loki are extreme, and there's Abelito able to survive the Blaze Storm and then turn the sights on the Vibes, who in the chat has nothing to say, and that's the right thing to say.
And Abelito's going to find a second one on Flix. So he's finding his groove right now, getting into that rhythm. He's growing up the scoreboard as we were just talking about it.
Absolutely. 6 kills in 2 rounds. You'll take that any day, especially with a comeback the size that SB had to make. Now they're in good position to get this done as Abelito, you can see here, gets caught and isn't able to get the flick there on a Quan. We'll have to see what this means for this retake on the A side now.
I think it was stopped dead in its tracks. But we'll never know. Tofu actually has been playing very well. We have 3 players sitting in long and short. Unfortunately, as he drops down, Tofu gets found by Rios. And Quan, with only a ghost, cannot do much.
That was a very clutch turn by Rios there as well, because that was a fight. If Tofu wins that, they have cover in order to reload, right? So if they actually get that fight, they're not dead to rights just yet. Their back isn't exposed because of the boxes in the A site, but it ended up coming to nothing. And now that puts us back at 10-10. This comeback has happened. Now, if you're Ryerson and you watched your lead evaporate, what are some things you're trying to get across to your teammates, Ashkin, as you try to recapture this momentum and salvage this map?
So as I'm breaking it down, I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of this. Loki getting the first pick on anyone on this site and being able to go right in. And although Ryerson is taking a good time trading like they are right now, they just can't seem to find the picks they need to find. Except for this round where Jeff takes out someone with Hunter's Fury. Tofu finds a second. Ryerson is down and Buzz Lightyear goes out. And Tofu is going to find 4.
Tofu!
That looks familiar.
What a round! That was incredible. First of all, the patience, right? The positioning, chilled out, called out, and enabled the Hunter's Fury. That was kind of like, it's basically an ace on Tofu J's part, because they're basically the eyes of Jeff in that situation, right? Able to direct them on where to put that Hunter's Fury. That enables it to go off. That eliminates low-key. And then Tofu just decides they're going to expand the business. They don't just want to own A site. Now they want to stake the claim on C as well. And, yeah, so much for momentum.
Yeah, that's a lane tycoon for you. Tofu J really showing you how to play those Sentinels.
On the other side, for San Bernardino, it's frustrating to lose a round like that. You don't want to get stunted on by any means. You've got to get your bearings, and remember, you're only down a round. We are late here in the second half right now. 2 rounds away from victory is Ryerson. But you got to execute well and clutch this up because it's still very easy to lose a lead or be shut out completely if you're sloppy and let your life be lost early.
Great reaction time to get rid of that Sova Dart, by the way, so that Abuelito is not spotted on top of that box. It's a very great position to have. Unfortunately, Vise does spot him because Abuelito cannot finish him off. But CSU, Lazy is going to peek, find him. But Jeff is going to go ahead and trade Lazy out. And find the kill on Abuelito. Buzz Lightyear is going to take out Jeff. We're at 3 for 3. B-side control is had, but not completely. It is one of the easiest sites to retake, so we have to be careful here.
Last player standing.
See Flix and Quan get into the room there. They're going to take out Buzz Lightyear. And Rios, that's going to leave Loki alone. The Blade Storm is available here. The Vandal is as well. So this is a very winnable round for Loki, but they're going to need to be precise. You're going to need to be the peak of your life.
One enemy remaining.
There's the flick onto Quan. Only 10 seconds left if you're Loki.
And you're going to get it.
My goodness, Loki. With the clutch movement there, only had 10 seconds left to make a decision, went for the kill. And unfortunately for Tofu there, it looks like they were just a little slow to turn around there after the dash. Tense situation, but it's one that is carried well here as San Bernardino ties it up again, 11-11. We kind of, it's like we're starting overtime a little early at this point.
Honestly, yeah. When these teams start competing, I mean, it's always, whew. I'm sweating here in my seat.
You know, at this point, they've got to be discussing things in terse tones. It's pretty tense one way or another as you try to execute the comeback. There's Vise, though. That is some primo aim.
This is what Ryerson wants right now with the man lead. Perfect. You're going to go ahead and lead into B. SB is at least. Jeff is going to go ahead and site. Again, this is the easiest site to retake. We kind of saw it last round a little bit. We're going to see if we can find these picks again on the side of Ryerson. Because SB is kind of pinned. Low key is been spot. He's going to go ahead and move over to Gong.
Yeah, Loki took a very aggressive stance there, but they were patient with it, and it pays off if they take out Vise.
Player standing.
Although it's Jeff who stands tall there, taking out Loki and Buzz Lightyear. This leaves
Last man standing. Oh!
Jeff.
He couldn't even see him. Poor Rios just got. Oh man.
You know, sometimes you are cracked, and sometimes you are the one who gets cracked open.
Absolutely.
It is what it is in this land of the guns, and right now it is match point here for Ryerson. They've made it a little hairy for themselves, right? Definitely been some stress, low-key popping off, almost at 30 kills on this round, but I tell you what, Ryerson would gladly give up 2 more if they could be assured of this round. If you're San Bernardino, you're going to need to get this clutch up, try to push this into overtime, as these 2 teams look very evenly matched. And it's just Hunter's Fury to start off with.
Now, if I were SB, I would. Oh, he snipes one. Nice. All right, Jeff gets a little bit of info there.
Yeah, actually got 2 with that as well.
All right, Vise finds that pick. They're going to go ahead. SB's going to enter. Vise does not see that they already passed him, but he certainly does hear them. Tofu's going to find that pick. Vise is going to find another. Flix is going to find the third. And Jeff sees that Abuelito is lurking mid, not where he should be, and puts him in the grave. That ends the match 13-11. Amazing job by both teams.
Absolutely, a back and forth affair, but it is ultimately Ryerson who will have the last word. So they just shut down that approach there. Some good shooting from them, and then strangely, it seemed like, right, maybe SB miscalculating what defensive positions they were going to be going up against. The crackback seemed so fast on the side of Ryerson after they were able to get the first frag. That round almost ended as soon as it began.
Absolutely. I think what happened there was a little bit of maybe, I would say surprise, actually. The position that Vise had that round, right, where he was on top of the boxes, was not a position he played before, if I'm remembering correctly.
You're all right. Nah, let him talk. Let him talk. It's okay. We are at home, folks, and it is what it is. Sometimes our friends and families will make themselves known and appear in the background. It's all right. It's all love. But we are going to show some love to Ryerson for their victory. San Bernardino, correctly named as well, fought very well, looked very strong. You see low-key there, 28 kills, the top fragger of the game. But it's not about who gets the most kills. It's about who wins the most rounds. And tonight, that will be Ryerson. They will win their first game of the season. As for us, that is merely the first match of the night, as we will have 2 more matches happening over the course of the evening. Our next match is actually going to be... See, now I'm double checking all the names before I read them off because I'm very nervous. It's going to be the University of California, Santa Cruz, going up against Bethany College. And we will have that on the other side of this break. For Ashkan, I'm Eli the Curry for the CVL presented by the Gamers EDU. We will see you right after this.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I'm eating without you here. I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight. Will look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright. My mind's in an eternal fight. Wonder where you are tonight. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once concealed. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. I
transform something basic. Where's all the mistakes? Making judgments from skyscrapers. All these days we stand against them. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. I fear the teardrops may get caught within the downpour. Yet there's never help without relief. Where's all the champions giving out their speeches? All these days thought of the least. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I need it. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? From my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight, I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight.
Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to Season 2 of the Collegiate Valorant League, hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by me. I am your part-time host slash full-time Cypher Stan, Queen V. Before we get into our second match of the night between UCSC versus Bethany, before we get into that, good old-fashioned shooting you guys came here to see. I did want to give a huge virtual bear hug to all of the new schools that are joining the tournament this season. Here at the Gamers EDU, we aim to be a safe and a positive space for anyone on Twitch that needs it. We really want to promote mental health and mental health awareness here, and we're happy to be that space for you guys. So we just want to welcome anyone, whether they were with us from season 1 or they just got here. We're so excited to have you. Thank you for joining our family. And speaking of our family, we wouldn't be one and we wouldn't even be the CVL without our sponsors. So I got to give a huge exclamation point SO to HyperX. Thank you for keeping the Gamers EDU crew looking fresh in our new headsets, but also thank you for giving chat a way to win a pair of their own. Throughout the tournament, HyperX will be raffling off 20 pairs of headsets to our chat. So make sure you guys are checking it out and you're checking in to make sure you don't miss out on this crazy offer. Thank you, AimLab, an incredibly useful aim resource for anyone, whether you're a lowly little hello, whether you're a lowly little iron player like myself, that sounds about right, or you're a radiant player in the CVL, they're there to help you out and help you better your aim. Thank you, Team IQ, the team behind the scenes that is helping to make all of this happen. We wouldn't be the CVL without their hands-on help. And thank you all of the sponsors that I didn't mention for believing in us and believing in our players. We're so excited to kick off season 2 right with you guys aboard. And if anyone in chat is interested in any of the things that I mentioned, please feel free to check out our panels down below. You'll find information on our sponsors along with special discount codes and exclusive offers for our CVL family, because we're special like that. We deserve nice things. And you'll also find our Discord, our Instagram, and our Twitter down there as well. We know you guys are super slammed with exams, with homework on top of taking college virtually. But we want to take some of the stress off of you. We want to be able to let you guys know when your favorite teams are playing so you don't have to go looking for that and maybe even missing a match or two, because this tournament's going to last 3 months. So we want to make sure you guys are popping in and giving your favorite teams the support that they need. So toss us a cheeky little follow if you'd like. And before I pass it on to Eli the Curry and Ashcon, your casters for the evening, I'm going to send you guys on a quick little commercial break. So make sure you guys take this time to hydrate and posture check. I will see you guys in chat. Bye.
Outreach. Each unit helps provide recreation to kids and young adults unable to leave their bedsides. The carts can be disinfected easily and have 360 degrees of movement, making them ideal for transport in hospitals. Go-karts can accommodate a variety of gaming consoles. They also come with wired controllers, a gaming monitor, and are equipped with a lift mechanism that allows the height to be adjusted. Go-karts provide a safe, flexible, and efficient way to ensure patients have access to entertainment during long-term hospitalization. To learn more about Project Go-Kart, visit gamersoutreach.org. This is a Gamers Outreach cart.
Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to.
All right, welcome back everyone to this Friday night edition of the Collegiate Valorant League presented by the Gamers EDU. I am Eli the Curry, joined again by Ashkan as we get ready for our second match of the evening. Before we get into it, we want to take a quick moment to thank our partners over at MSI, CEV, CSUEA, AIM Labs, Ritual Motion, Radiant.gg, as well as HyperX for all their help and assistance for helping us put on this evening of Valorant, as well as the entire season. Ashkan, we come back now from our first match of the evening between San Bernardino and Ryerson. See, I was able to do it. I didn't even have to look at any notes. We are now going into our second match of the night. It's going to be Santa Cruz going up against Bethany. We've already seen one match on Haven. What are some tips for this map in general that you look to see executed here for these teams if they want to take the victory?
So what we were seeing at the end of that last match that we were casting, Eli, is that B site is not a great place for attackers to stay on. It might be a good place to plant and get the hell out of there, but you don't want to be the attacking side playing post plant on Haven. It's just not a great place to be. We did see some great clutch ups, but hey, that's not a situation you want to be in here when you're playing competitively for the prize pool that we got. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to make a job easy on yourself, right? Winning is hard no matter what you do, but you want to make it as simple as possible. And we'll see what options these teams go for here as we get into this. We are going to have Bethany taking the defensive role to begin with. As you see, Pixel, Crude, Big Easy, Klong, and Jax loading in. They're going to be going up against Santa Cruz, represented by Just Maddie. That's it. Chicken, Sheik, Martine, Swift, and I'm just going to say Chan right now, but if anybody in the chat knows exactly how I should pronounce these tags, please do let me know. Just like with the names of the schools, if I need correcting, I need correcting. We want to make sure we show respect to all of the students who are putting in their time and efforts to play. Now with the agents selected, what is it that you see here, Ashkan, out of the agents selected on both sides? What are some ideas coming into your head as we look at the teams?
You're seeing right now, Eli, my personal nightmare, which is triple duelist on attack side. Not my favorite setup for a team comp, but some people know how to make it work. What I'm worried about here is that there is no initiator on the side of the triple duelist comp, right? So what we saw last match is a comp set up around to support our duelists, but when you have three duelists, you know, who's going to be the hero's hero?
Mm-hmm.
And although they are independent, self-sufficient fraggers, these are not solo queue games right now. So I'm a little bit concerned for that team lineup. However, you know, these teams have surprised me with what they're capable of, and I'm always happy to see it.
Well, we will take note of that, as you mentioned, that triple duelist lineup there on their side. On the other side here, for Bethany, you've got a much more standard loadout, right? Silva, Cypher will be there for utility, as we see Jax. Well, they get cut down early to begin with. Like you said, Ashkan, you can paper over a lot of tactical decisions if you're going to be clicking heads. It's Crude who gets revenge there and evens the numbers back up as the first plant will go down on C rather quickly.
I did the math real quick. Crude has 100 health, 16 plus 84.
Now, Swift holding the eyes, they kill the smoke, but it's Crude who's still able to get the kill there before Chicken. It's a double up there, and Just Maddie not able to find a target. Thankfully, Chan is able to respond here and has this opportunity to protect this site and win this first round. They have the health advantage, just need one touch, and there it is. Klong falls. Was on such low health before that happened. Chan with the 3K to open things up here for Santa Cruz.
I have to say, watching Bethany kind of conglomerate down in that garage hallway, personally not my favorite thing to do on a pistol round. They just give themselves more targets, and the Classic is known. Both the Classic and Frenzy are known to be killer on those pistol rounds. Classic with the triple right click, and Frenzy just being generally all around a great run and gun spray down weapon. So they really put themselves in a tight corner there.
Well, there you have it. Now, situation is known here for Bethany. They're gonna have to make their adjustments. See now. More patience this end. Chan, who had that 3K last round. Now, let's be careful here as that molly goes out. Thankfully, they're not sighted and sprayed down there. The action moves over towards the A site in full. Big Easy gets caught paying too much attention to the Boomba, and it's Chicken who gets the first kill of this round.
UCSC finally onto A site, and we're going to get a rotation around from Bethany. They're going to come in. They did not rotate early, which is good to see, but you know, when you're down on the weapons, it's a little bit tough. Recruit is going to take a pick through the smoke after getting that reveal. Headshot to Easily Swift, 4 for 4. Pixel is low in heaven. Oh, he might get sniped to that turret. He does not. Chicken is going to find Crew. Jack's going to take Chicken. Double kill by Just Maddie. Triple kill by Just Maddie, but one of them really was a turret shot. And man, it does not feel good to get shot by that turret, let me tell you.
There you have it. Just Maddie making up for that difficult first round. This time, gonna solve things off. They pick up 3 kills on that round, clean it up. Well done. And thank you for the chat. We do get the word out. It is Valsept that we will be saying about the Santa Cruz Phoenix. See, I'd have never figured that out by looking at the tag. Shout out to the chat for being helpful and letting us know.
Valsept. Okay, I like it. It's got a flair to it. Pixel with a pixel perfect arrow to go ahead and check out A. Easily Swift looking at mid. Not a lot of contesting going on out here. Oh, but just as we can't pan away, Easily Swift finds Clong 420. Easy headshot into the B site. Dashes in, takes control. Crude is holding the link. He's looking at window, but he doesn't know that there's 2 already in. Easily Swift finds another one. B site control is taken. Big Easy has rotated around. And it seems like defense and offense have swapped sides.
Oh, this time it was Swift there who got caught switching angles, but Valsept is able to respond to that revenge, and now the 4-2 advantage as the Boomba goes in. Sprays up as Big Easy is caught once again on the wrong side of a Boomba. You don't see that very often, but here it is. Santa Cruz making this composition look very good as Just Maddie gets another kill here, and they are up 3 rounds to 0 to start out with. Not what you would have predicted just looking at the agents, but that's why the game isn't played on paper. It's played on circuits. Santa Cruz is looking very strong to start off.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. And what I'm finding as an issue here, Bethany right now needs to fall off their sites, right? There is a very aggressive take with the UCSC's comp, but not too much post plant. Killjoy does exist. We can't write her off. Just Maddie has proven herself to be a threat, but the rest of the agents not so much, right?
What we're looking at now is we see Chicken looking to get that Boomba up and ready, make something happen. There they get the first pick of the round. They take out Crew. There's Valsept with a great flick onto Klong, and just like that, Mateen takes out Big Easy. It's 5-1. I'm sorry. And now Just Maddie gonna get a plant, but it's just kind of padding the wallets right now as Jax is left alone with the sheriff and not a lot to do with it.
And the hunt begins.
Now Santa Cruz, this is why you run. Hey, look at this, Valsept. There's the hunger. They've now pushed Jax basically into the site there, and there's the flawless as Valsept gets another kill. It's 4-0. All right, the bleeding is beginning to look very extreme. It's getting out of control. Ashkan, what is the job here? What needs to happen? Excuse me, what needs to happen for Bethany to get this back under control?
First things first, I want to point out Valsept, big man. He had 44 armor. He decides to buy up for the full 100. Spends 1,000 credits. But to your point, again, they have to pull off. They're taking too many gunfights with self-sufficient fraggers. You know what I'm saying? It's just way too easy for the side of UCSC to get these picks. And Bethany also pushed A that round while it was being held, which is not what you want to do in a comp like yours where you have information players like Sova.
It is, as we see the information being gathered by the run it back ult there on Valsept's part. Didn't get too much before they were forced to push back. Whereas Pixel is there, able to get that tag there with the recon drone. That's what we were talking about, Ashkan. So you see Crude getting the first kill on Chicken. That's the advantage that Bethany should have, right? The ability to know what's happening in a room before they walk in. It hasn't paid off for them thus far. Ooh.
Maddie gets a little bit lit. We're going to see Phoenix entering into garage, but Crude finds the second pick of the round, locking down that room. And UCSC does not dare to peek it again. So what we're going to go ahead and see is perhaps a rotation off or towards mid. Just Maddie walks on up. Big Easy spots her.
That was easy. Swift, Big Easy finds there, and they get themselves onto the board. This is a much stronger round now for Bethany. This is much more in line with what they were looking to get. And sometimes that happens, right? Teams that don't have a lot of experience against each other. Wait a minute. Just Maddie's got something to say. Hold on. Never mind.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, but Pixel has a reply with the snipe out from the Hunter's Fury to deny the plant. Bethany wants this round. Crude is going to find his third pick, ending it. Finally putting Bethany on the board here on the defense side.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes it takes a while, right, to get that comfort level, especially, you know, both of these teams getting introduced to the CVL. Neither one of them has played in it before. They're going to act like it's the first time these teams have ever played Valorant together, but a new location, a new time, you're getting used to it, and going against teams you're not used to. Sometimes you'll see those slow adaptations, and it looks like Bethany does have something to say about this. They're not going to fall by the wayside just that easy, as that aggressive Santa Cruz attack finally gets halted. We'll see how they adjust here after losing the first round of the night.
Here comes Pixel, denied info on the majority of the team. UCSC being very quiet on their push-ups along. Big Easy is going to go ahead and peek out, find someone, but easily Swift. It has the aggressive attack side operator, takes out Big Easy on his peak, and now a site belongs to UCSC. Pixel is forced to get off the site.
Yep. Gotta vacate.
Killjoy.
Nah, they weren't running from the Killjoy or Ashcon. You and I were looking at the same cams. They were clearly chased off by a Boomba. I don't know what you were talking about. The Killjoy, oh, bah, they'll deal with that. But a Boomba, you got to get out of there.
They're dangerous, man. It's Toy Story all over again. They got a mind on their own. Chicken's going to go find a headshot on Pixel. Jack's going to find the trade on Valset. Go 3 for 4. Just Maddie always finding that entry.
One enemy remaining.
Maddie has looked tremendous here. Mateen as well. What I'll tell you about Santa Cruz, right? What you don't see from the agent selection is the coordination. They are moving as one, and they're looking extremely clean as they take these fights. It's Crude left all alone. They'll be able to save as... Well, I assume they'll be able to save. Yeah, they'll be able to save here as Santa Cruz vacates the site. The spike goes off 5-1 now for Santa Cruz. Ooh. And now... So when you do have a composition like this, right, which is not traditional, right? It's not what the common meta is. But what are some ways you can make up for that? And what are some things you're seeing Santa Cruz do that are helping them get out to this big lead?
A lot of defaulting, a lot of spreading out along the map, and not just bottlenecking themselves up in one place where they just try to repeat executions over and over again. Right? Some comps are meant to execute a site and take it over. This is not one of those comps. This is where you want to get your pick and work it. Just like that. Chicken finds a headshot on Pixel, and just on this triple bomb site map, Bethany is spread out a lot more thin on the defense.
Absolutely. Yes, there's Chicken 2 there. They take out Big Easy. The Blade Storm goes for nothing. Chicken takes a bit of damage, but they're basically left at halfway, and Maddie's going to be able to set that plant down. Crude gets the kill on Chicken. Ooh, what a shot there from Crude. They're tracking through the smoke. They're going to even this.
Able to jumps out of the window to find Valset.
Swift, what a shot there. Takes out Crude. Jax gets Mateen. The Blaze Storm comes up here. They're going to stop the defuse and then get the clutch here as Swift gets 3 kills on the round. What a job there from Santa Cruz's Jet as Swift gets the quick shot on the operator, shuts down probably one of the best shooters over on Bethany's side there in Crude, and then the Blaze Storm ult comes out. Ashcon, what did you see in those last couple of seconds of that round?
I saw the light, Eli. I saw the light. I need someone to clip that. Oh my god. I hear the Jet voice line, watch this, and my eyes were on screen. You could not peel me away from that. Amazing retake. And decision to advance. No fear.
Tell you what, that might be, I think, the biggest thing we take away right now from Santa Cruz's play style, right? You mentioned that lack of fear. There's an aggression and a confidence that they have, but when you play together the way that they do, it feels like they are a cohesive unit. They make it work, and it hits at an angle that isn't anticipated. And I think right now we're watching Bethany try to adjust to that in real time, and it's really hard to do, especially when you've got people making very accurate plays, and you saw how quickly somebody like Swift can pop off. It's really hard to adjust to.
Or easily Swift goes ahead and takes a pick on Klong. Now here's the thing, I would like to say that Bethany's in a little bit of a better position because they've taken out attack side smoker, but you know that operator's a threat, and so unfortunately the side of Bethany can't peek angles. They don't know where that op is going to be next.
Yeah, and now this is where the job of your sentinels becomes so important, right? And that's why the Cypher and the Soba picks are so valuable, because you need them to help you. Oh no, Pixel, please.
Oh.
Don't bring a knife to a rocket fight, man. It won't go. There's Big Easy now forced off. You see Jax has to wait for the molly to receive. By the time they pop out, Valset has gotten the kill on Big Easy. And there's Swift with a second kill. They're in the A site. Crew does get the kill on Chicken, but now the flame wall comes up. There's an operator in the site. You're all alone.
Oh, very close call there for Crude. Had he had killed Valset there, it's very possible for him to win the off fight. But unfortunately not. That little bit of tick damage from the firewall, it's going to require one less bullet to kill you.
Yeah, and there's just another tactical situation right there from Santa Cruz, right? They don't overreact when one of their members falls. They fall into a secondary position. As soon as that kill went through, Crew got it. They got the health. Okay, the firewall comes up. You know the operator is watching a secondary position to make sure there's nothing tricky happening. And then it's up to Valset to win a fight, like you mentioned, where they have an advantage because the enemy has to step through and take damage before they can even get a shot off.
They found my cage triggered.
Right here we find Santa Cruz up in garage in Bethany's face. Big Easy is going to have to give it up. Aware that one is still working around. Footsteps are loud. We got that elephant feet, but it does not matter because with the site almost entirely secure, Valset is going to do its job. The team finds Big Easy. Site has been decided to secure. Just Maddie is planting. Valset is going to go ahead and take out Jack. 3 versus 5. Bethany is not looking too hot, but 2 players on UCSC are low. We're going to go ahead and see a possible trade. The team is going to go ahead and find one while Pixel is taken out by the operator, and Crude is last alive with ult on. Empress is very strong, but isn't strong enough to take on 5 people.
I'll tell you right now, if Crude manages to do this, you can call me Susan for the rest of the night. I'll put it out there now. Crude, if you can get it done.
Oh, he finds 2. That's 2 of 5.
Okay, thank you, Chicken. All right, cool. I did not want to get called Susan for the rest of the night. There you could go. Crude, who has been the one who's on top of things the most for Bethany College so far tonight, as they have had a rough go of it, but you know there are some bright spots. Crude has been the brightest one, but it's just really hard when you have this lineup right now, this brutal, like, just lineup of killers on the side of Santa Cruz. They're looking really hard to deal with.
Absolutely. We do have to remember that this is their advantageous half. Of course, they are duelists, so the attack side does make sense. It does mold for them. If I were Bethany, I would just try to remain patient for when they get on attack, because UCSC's defense theoretically shouldn't be as good. Theoretically.
Oh, to see Big Easy gets a kill there, but they're gonna get punished as they try to move up and get the weapon. That's unfortunate. It's like that. It's evened up.
Yeah, you gotta resist those urges, Big Easy.
Or at the least, you gotta have somebody there to back you up, right, to cover you as you move forward to get that space. Unfortunately for Big Easy, they're caught out. You do mention that though, and it is important to note that we will be switching sides in a few rounds. Eli can count. We're not there yet, but Santa Cruz will be called to defend with this lineup, and we'll see if that is a weakness perhaps in their roster selection that Santa Cruz will, or I'm sorry, that Bethany will be able to take advantage of, because we can see when it comes to the gunfights, there's very little weakness to be found right now on the Santa Cruz side.
Speaking of Santa Cruz, we're going to have just Maddie out on T-side planting, and a shot dart out of Pixel. Not sure where that was heading. Matisse is going to go ahead and take a pick inside of Garage. Jax is going to go ahead and try to find the trade. A little bit of an awkward fight here. Spectre versus Rifle. Go ahead and re-peeks. Unfortunately, not finding any shots here, and time is ticking away.
Exactly. At this point, Santa Cruz happy to have nothing else happen for the rest of the round. You know, my team at this point is just happy to play the gopher route, pop in and pop out, and occupy their time. While that spike goes down, Jax does find that kill eventually, but it's basically just good for getting the rifle at this point, because they have lost a lot of time, and there's a very heavy defense set up here on the C site.
Considered an impregnable defense, as UCSC is able to fall off and decide to leave the bomb to explode easily. Swift finds a wallbang with the operator through the wall, finishes off Pixel with the frenzy, and we see a bunch of trades go out at the end of the round.
Yeah, Jax was able to get an extra one after the after the spike went off. And even though Just Maddie did avenge that kill, that's still a bit of work to put a gun on the ground. All that said, at 9-1, we are looking at very few small victories right now for Bethany. They're going to need to figure something extremely important out quickly if they want to have a chance to salvage this map going into the second half.
I do also want to point out to all you Sova players out there, be careful where you start your drone.
It's okay, you can just say Eli, do it better. That's okay.
Alright, Chicken takes off Jax. Big Easy trades out Chicken in 4-4. Easily Swift finds his way into the site with a headshot knife on Big Easy. The Killjoy ult goes out. Just Maddie's going to go ahead and walk in. Mateen's going to take the plant. And Valset is going to make an attempt to flash into spawn and find a couple picks. And he finds one, but Crude, holding the angle, does not matter if he's flashed, knows that the peak is going to happen. That's the thing about Phoenix flashbangs. They are predictable.
Oh, there it is. Crude there doing a job to try to keep this open here, as Pixel misses the shock dart there. You know, something that needs to be worked on a little bit here for Pixel. There's a little bit of training mode to go into. Sova is a very valuable agent, but not necessarily the easiest to play. As you see situations like that, you've got to be on point with it. There's some good shooting from Pixel, however, as Crude is on this defuse. The Blaze Storm comes out, but Pixel shuts it down. Did Crude take too much time?
No, he did not. Amazing job with a decision to hold the bomb to half, get it there, and then get off, right? You don't always want to stick to full. Sometimes getting to that half and getting off is what you want to do, and that's something that's unique, of course, to Valorant. You're not going to see that playing CSGO.
Absolutely not, right? Getting to that halfway point. Crude and Pixel just really doing what needed to be done there as they got into the site. They just went in guns a-blazing, found the targets, some smart decisions being made, and maybe that's the signal here for Bethany. That's the confidence boost to get themselves back into this map here, as we see 9-2 here heading into the final round of this half.
They do need to fight tooth and nail, tooth and claw to get that 9-3. Unfortunately, Jax is going to fall to easily Swift. The phantom headshot through the wall. C-site's going to be left open. Crude is going to go and try to peek through this gap in the smoke. Sees one, but unfortunately, the shot does not hit. Valset is going to find Crude, and Bethany is down a player. Again, easily Swift finds Klong, and Chicken and Mateen find Big Easy and Pixel.
There you go. The quickness there. Unfortunately, Klong not able to get anything going with that Odin. They were shut down from behind. And just as one fall, the other two go right along with it. And right now, Santa Cruz with a dominant hold over the leaderboards here, 10-2. As we go into this pistol round, if you're up 10-2, but it's a 5v5, so we're not looking at people who are going to give up. We're not looking at a ranked match where you're just going to be able to win this and concede. You've got a dominant position, but you got to keep it. What are some things you're telling yourself right now, Ashkan, to make this lead count and finish the round?
Be flexible on this pistol round, right? We know that we have a lot of information gathering on the side of Bethany here on attack side, but UCSC does not. They're going to be denied information until someone walks up to that Killjoy turret. And so they need to be ready to move around and kind of click with each other, which we have seen on the attack side. We're going to have to watch what they do on the defense side.
Ooh, well, there's Valset getting the kill on Big Easy. Didn't even need to flash to initiate that either. Just got the kill. It's big here, as you mentioned, for Santa Cruz, right? They are not especially equipped to get information out, so that they can just get kills instead.
Yeah, I guess. Falset is sitting there and is just telling his team, hey, they're just sitting in spawn. Pixel's going to find another one. Or sorry, Pixel's going to get his first pick and trade it out. We're going to have a 4-for-4. This is a bit more advantageous for attack side. You know, they're split among 3 different... defense side is split amongst 3 different sides, so attack has the opportunity to take a pick. So Bethany should be happy. I'm going to make a slow trek towards the A site, it seems.
Thirty seconds left.
Patience now for Bethany as they pick their spot. It looks like they have chosen the A site, and that information does come out as Just Maddie alerts the rest of the team. The movements are going. Remember, we're just on a pistol round, so when things get hot, they're gonna get hot. You see the boom, but now going out.
10
It's
seconds
stopped
left.
just short, but Just Maddie does get Jax in the way here. Chicken takes out Crude.
One enemy remaining.
The plants attempted, but shut down just as easily as Klong is left in smoke. And it is 11-2 now. Santa Cruz looking like they're about to make a short night for themselves as they are up now. Almost already done with this map.
Absolutely. This is starting to look like a communication and performance issue. And if you're finding yourself down bad on the scoreboard, make sure to try AimLab free on the Steam Workshop.
Well spoken, Ashcon. And I tell you what, once you figure out where to aim, figure out where to be with Radiance.gg, where they have heat maps to help you figure out why you keep dying in the same spot every single round. Hint, it's because there's somebody waiting for you there. They can help you improve this. Well, we see Chicken here getting the kill on Klong. It's another first blood situation for Santa Cruz.
Chicken narrowly avoids a shock dart, but he's going to go ahead and take an aggressive repeat. He is confident. Big Easy's going to go ahead and find that one dink. He doesn't even need a double and takes out Chicken. That Spectre's now on the floor. If I were Bethany, I would go for it if I could, but it's too late. Bethany has already found his way to the garage to protect that firearm.
See Crew now here looking to open up this A site. It is easily Swift with the Ares. More than happy to engage at this angle. Crude has had some really good shooting thus far, but they'll need to be very quick on the trigger and extremely accurate to win this fight. See now why there's when smoke goes up here. Swift was on the other side and they don't get the kill. It is Crude instead who is able to open up the C site. Pixel will get the plant down here. The team gets smoked off. Oh, quick scope.
Oh, very nice, Mateen.
With a headshot too. That's very nice.
Here.
Valset's going to find the pick on Big Easy, but he's going to get traded out by Pixel. Yes, he is. We're going to find Mateen finding Pixel again, and it is now 1v2 Crude finding the kill, but unfortunately, Maddie takes him out. And here we go, 2-12. If you are easily Swift there, you are not happy. You did get that Ares for the round, and you are camping that corner. You're hoping to at least take one with you. But hey, you got Maddie on your team. That Killjoy is going to lock down any site and be there for the retake.
Yeah, it's definitely a frustration point there, but the job was done, as we mentioned. You know, you talked about this Santa Cruz. They're just getting back into it, right? They're not lingering on any of those situations. It would be easy to be frustrated. Oh, God, how can you not hold that angle? And instead, they just move. They just get to where they need to be. They get the job done, like you said. And now they're on match point here. Rifles out on the side of Bethany, however. I would say they're actually better equipped for this round. Obviously, they have to buy here. They can't afford to lose a round for the rest of the match unless they can get this to overtime. So, see whether or not Crude and this Bethany squad are able to make a miracle happen. Set now.
And although they pushed Mateen out of garage, they do not take that ground. Instead, they opt towards solid B push, which I said right at the beginning, it is a tough place to be when you're on attacking side. Let's see how they handle it.
Yeah,
Valsec gets taken out, but just Maddie's Molly's going to take out Pixel, and she's going to find the frag on Jax. Gets straight out by Crude.
Well, it evens up here. The ult going out. Was that a... No, okay, so it was just a grenade. Yo, the utility kills right now. You see, Krug gets this kill here. Oh my goodness, but they missed with. How did that happen? But Big Easy, okay. Makes up for it. No problem, Big Easy says. I got this. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. And now Bethany can take a nice exhale, sigh of relief, kind of breathe a little bit. Things got very intense, and the issue is that round was very expensive for them. They wanted to have as few casualties as possible, and they had as many as possible as it took to win that round. But hey, they're just happy to be still fighting.
Absolutely. At this point now, if you're Bethany, you have to take a round however you can get it, expensive or not. You've got to make your way here one round at a time. At least for this one right now, we see it is a eco round on the side of Santa Cruz. They know they have a long, long way to go before they're actually in severe danger. All that said, somehow they're able to get the initial kill of the round. And look at the situation as Jack sprays down Valset. Krug clutches out a kill there on Mateen. But they are pinched together in this room here now, and Santa Cruz has eyes on the attack. They know where they can expect people to be.
Yo, here comes Easily Swift with a great flank. Cruz is going to find someone in the window, but is going to headshot them. Chicken is out for the count. Easily Swift gets the pick on Jax with the headshot. Does not pick up the rifle. Okay, goes back for it. Oh, gets lit up.
And that may have cost them a bit of time there to try to set up. They might have been able to fight that peek if they had gotten the rifle on the first pick. Instead, it's Crude who shuts down Just Maddie there on that peek. That's good shooting from Crude. And it leaves Easily Swift alone with the Phantom. You can go and try and be a hero here, right? You've got enough rounds to give. You can try to just YOLO it, maybe.
Absolutely. It was his save round anyways. They should have enough money to buy whether he goes in regardless. But it seems that he will indeed choose to save, which is, hey, fair enough. Just Maddie did have her ultimate for the retake that round. They might have wanted to end it then and there, but she did get picked off by Crude. So a little bit unfortunate for the retake dream. But hey, we are absolutely happy for UCSC, Bethany, to stay alive.
That's with tacking on a little bit of extra money there, getting one step closer to that Blaze Storm. I'll tell you what, looking at the ultimates, if you are UCSC, you don't have any reason to rush now, right? You've still got 7 more rounds before you're even at a point where you won't be on, well, you'll still be on match point after that, right? So they can save up maybe one more round here and just look to ult out at the end. Whereas if you are Bethany, not only do you need to win every single round, you still got to manage to save some resources and be ready to fight in the next round. See Swift here being very aggressive here. This is going to be a very close push. They get tagged up and Crude gets the kill.
It's like Swift did spot him from across that smoke gap.
There's an ultimate usage there by Mateen, and that makes me a little bit wary. Although the Omen ult isn't like the biggest game changer, right? It's not Hunter's Fury, it's not Blade Storm. You wonder now about that economy and that resource usage. But maybe it's just the style of play for Santa Cruz. Maybe that's just the type of thing they have to do. As we hear that run it back ult come out from Valset. That's 2 ults in this round.
They are definitely using a lot of those abilities here. Maybe they want to just secure this round and end it all. Just Maddie sees that here's a lot of commitment towards the A site. He's going to go ahead and drop down that Killjoy ultimate. And they're going to plan anyways. Bethany does not care. And Kwong is not saving his ultimate for the post plant. Not a decision I agree with, as no picks were had from it. And now we're struggling with gunfights here, left and right.
It's Mateen who's going to initiate it. Oh no, Jax, what happened? They got flashed, but I think they may have been... There might have been a desync there or something going on as Jax is nothing doing. Chicken gets the kill there. It's Pixel alone with the Hunter's Fury. And though it will stave off a little bit of pressure on the spike, they are hunting them down, caught from both sides. And that will do it as Santa Cruz gets the victory. A very, very unfortunate moment right there we saw from Jax's perspective. They were not able to respond to the flash and get it around. tough situation there for Bethany. Not the way they would want to start the season, but thankfully they will have other chances to do this. You see Crude here standing at the top of the kill feed. 22 kills, 14 deaths. No one else even getting over 20. Ashkan, we were skeptical, perhaps curious, maybe to be optimistic about this Santa Cruz selection. But what do you think after having watched them play and have such a great round, a great map of Valorant here as they win 13-4?
I have to commend Santa Cruz for their communication, their ability to execute. I saw in that one save round when Mateen and Valset swung simultaneously to secure a kill, even when they were down firearms. It seems that they are well practiced and just connected. For my advice for Bethany, I would recommend that lineups be learned more efficiently. I felt like even though they have a great utility comp and they have the right idea with their agent selection, they weren't able to use their agents' kits to their breaking point. There's a whole lot of potential there that just quite wasn't reached.
Well,
but they both performed well, I would say.
Yeah, well, I think that's what you'll get here. You'll see some of these rounds. Some maps and some matches just aren't going to look very even when there's a key flaw or a key issue, or even just a situation as we saw again with Jax at the end there. I have to wonder what the situation was with Bethany's connection. And it's no excuse, right? You have to play through it regardless, but you do wonder what they'll be able to do as we move on in the season, and hopefully external factors maybe find their way out. All the same, 13-4, the score there for Santa Cruz as they get their first win of the season. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back for our final match of the night, a showdown between a couple of schools, both operating out of California. One, Ashkan, I know you are very familiar with, as we close out our final match of the night with California State Northridge going up against UC Santa Barbara. The long-awaited Santa Barbara finally will make their appearance when we come back after this break.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I mean it. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still.
Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to Season 2 of the Collegiate Valorant League, hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by me. I am your part-time host slash full-time Phoenix fan cam maker, Queen V. We are super excited to get into your third and final match of the night between UCSB versus CSUN Red. But before we go back to the regularly scheduled Valorant bloodbath you guys came here to see, I did want to give a huge welcome to all the new schools that are joining our league this year. Here at the Gamers EDU, we really want to be a positive and a mentally healthy space for everyone on Twitch that promotes mental health and mental health awareness. And whether you're new to the CVL family or you've been with us since Season 1, we're just so happy to have you guys, and we can't wait to see what comes from this. And because we wouldn't be a family without them, I do got to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you, HyperX, our exclusive headset sponsor here at the CVL. Thank you guys for keeping the Gamers EDU crew looking fresh in our new headsets, but also for giving us the chance to give you guys in chat the ability to do the same. Throughout the tournament, they will be raffling off 20 pairs of HyperX headsets. So make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled for that in chat. You don't want to miss that. Thank you to all the sponsors that I hadn't mentioned tonight. Thank you, Radiance.gg, Twitch Student, CEV, and MSI. Thank you for believing in us as much as we believe in our players. It means the world to us, and it means even more to them. We're super, super excited to kick off season 2 the right way with you guys all aboard. And if any of you guys are interested in any of the sponsors that I mentioned or any of the things that I said just now, make sure you check out the panels down below. They have information on our sponsors as well as exclusive discount codes and offers made just for our little CVL family here. So make sure you take full advantage of that. And down below, you'll also find our Discord link along with our Twitter and our Instagram. Make sure you toss us a cheeky follow because we know you guys are super slammed with exams, with homework, and with midterms coming up, but we also know you guys want to do your best in supporting your favorite teams and your favorite players. So leave it up to us to remind you of that. And now, before I head back over and give the mic to Ashcon and Eli the Curry, your casters for the evening, who will be closing out the night, I did want to do the shameless self-plug streamer thing. If any of you are interested in playing Valorant with me, I stream it on Sundays. Yes, I expose my iron gameplay in a public forum every Sunday. But you can find me at twitch.tv/queenvislame. You can catch me there. The other 2 days I stream Overwatch if that's something you're interested in. And so now I'm going to send you guys on a quick commercial break. That'll do it for me, but I will see you guys in chat. Bye, guys.
Where's all the lovers with decided? Missing the chance to transform something basic. Where's all the mistakes? Making judgments from skyscrapers. All these days we stand against them. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. You know I've never felt this weightless. If If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. Living by the wayside.
All right, folks, here we are. You have made it to the last match of the night here at the Collegiate Valorant League presented by the Gamers EDU. I am Eli the Curry, and joining me for our final match of the evening is Ashkan. And Ashkan, I just want to take this moment right now for you to introduce the teams playing, because I know you'll be very excited to rattle off the names of our final schools competing this evening.
So coming here first on the defender side, I believe we have UC Santa Barbara. And starting on the attacker side, my personal bias is C Sun Red, CSU Northridge. Love these guys. They always had a great showing. In season 1, their black team took a sweep all the way up to second place, undefeated until that time. And they have shown amazing potential. Here comes their red team, their junior varsity, and I think they're going to try to give us that same energy.
Absolutely. So I know I just had to let that happen. I had to let Ashkan get that moment as we get Northridge into the match tonight. We'll be representing in the chat, but they are going to go up against the actual Santa Barbara, not the team that Eli calls Santa Barbara, but the real UC Santa Barbara here on Haven in our final match of the night. Before we get into the agent selection, I do want to take a quick moment to thank our partners and sponsors, HyperX, MSI, CEV, as well as CSUEA, AIM Labs, Ritual Motion, and of course, Radiance.gg. Thank you so much for all you have done to support the Collegiate Valorant League, all of these students from across the country and even beyond the borders, as we have teams who have competed from Canada and even down south of the border as well in this CVL experience. It's our final match of the first week of CVL Season 2. What have you seen so far, Ashkan, that you like? What are you excited about seeing in this next match and moving forward as we get through this season?
And man, that last match, seeing that unique triple duelist comp really take the cake with Santa Cruz, impressed the hell out of me. And now I'm looking forward to see what we have in store. Haven is, again, that unique triple bomb site map. And I've seen multiple strategies today, and I want to see if we can get anything new out of our wonderful players in this last match.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like the lineups here will be a bit more like we would expect here. As you see, both teams going to go with only two initiators here. You see the Reyna and the Jet on the defending side, and it's Reyna Jet as well on the attacking side. So nearly a mirror match here. Only one difference here in terms of agent selection. We've got Young AFK on the Brimstone on the defending side, whereas it'll be Show on the Omen for the attacking side. Ashkan, if you could break down the difference in those agents for me and explain why you might choose one or the other for this map.
Absolutely. So Omen's got those great cycling smokes that after you throw one out in about 30 seconds time, you're going to find another one in your inventory. Brimstone gets a free smoke at the beginning of every round, but unfortunately he only has 3 per round. Once you use them, you're done. Great thing about Omen is he's got a blind. Great thing about Brimstone, he's got the molly.
Sorry, excuse me, you caught me with a drink of water. But there we go. Appreciate that breakdown once again, Ashcon. You know, you're actually one of the. You might actually be the. You might need to carry us whenever we do these Valorant nights. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might look to you for guidance. We'll keep it 100 with you.
We'll have to see. Don't put so much pressure on me. But here we go. We already see some light flashes coming out from these guns. Muzzle flashes. Sound is going out. Hot Chocolate K is gonna find the lamp lacking.
There you go. There's your first frag of this main event here. Is Hot Chocolate there gets a second one on Slays, and now it's young AFK who's pushed out of the B site. It looks like that's where the push is gone right now, although we don't see a plant happening just yet. Looks like it may go down now. Yes, there's Show. Gonna drop that spike right on B.
Oh, Sendio finds Tofu. Get tools. Is gonna find Boop. We're gonna see Season with an advantage. 2-man up.
Down you go.
Oh. Nice frame from young AFK.
Yeah, young AFK has stayed alive for a long time, right? Seen a lot of action this round to still be up and making things happen here. Santa Barbara finds themselves actually within the range to try to reclaim this as Get Tool takes out Revamp there. Revenges young AFK here, but this is going to be a tough split situation. Fix as well. You see the Paranoia go out. Show cleans it up there.
Absolutely great defense on the side of CSUN, and they did a very amazing pull-off with Cho and Sando to get off the site. So I was mentioning in those last couple matches that we saw, featuring Santa Cruz and also San Bernardino, when those teams would take the B site, they kind of would stay on for a little bit too long. And CSUN made the correct choice in having some people stay off.
Oh, there you go. They pick up that first round. Santa Barbara, though, made a go of it. Not too far off in terms of opportunity. You have a 2v1 to end it. It's a rough go, but you know the potential is there. All the same, they are going to have to save for a round and potentially just make something happen with utility, as Revamped is moving into an absolute hellacious setup on A.
This is a death trap right here waiting to happen. CSUN needs to realize it fast. I hope they can get the information out. Boop goes ahead and finds one, but there's still 3 more that they need to learn about before CSUN can make the decision to leave.
And it looks like that shock dart doesn't get the intel out. They're still moving forward. Show gets 1 to start out with, however, and Sando finds 2. This is a push for Northridge. They break the guard. They break the guard and get that round without the spike even needing to go down. They literally just looked at five people on the A side and they were like, we like these odds.
Yeah, they said, hey, we got the better guns. Does it really matter? Sando with an amazing show with 3 kills in that round. Absolutely disgusting, but of course it couldn't have happened without the help of Boop getting a little bit of that info. You see those assists there on the scoreboard, right? It's not all solo. They're all helping each other. CSUN is communicating, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's well executed there from CSUN. With a big push now, Tofu is going to step forward here on C. This is a classic position we've seen taken many times here on C. It's not unfamiliar. You know, Northridge is going to suspect it, but if pop-off happens here for the Reyna, we might see Tofu get a lot of kills as we see
Tofu
the drone.
Tripwire destroyed.
Chocolate K able to turn it there. Tofu, yeah, that it was a double setup there. The Sova was out there and they distracted the drone, so I don't think Tofu got spotted out, but they weren't able to execute. Now it's going to be up to AFK as the lamp gets shut down there instantly. Young AFK does have a Vandal. It was a full buy here from Santa Barbara.
He has a smoke and a molly, but quite frankly, since he has full armor, I would recommend a save here. The hard part is when he gets hounded down at the end of the round, is he going to survive? He does choose, and we get a nice long tea time again. So I like his position. He's kind of on a metal beam. You can't really see it, but he's standing on that, and that's a nice little spot in when you're saving on Haven on the defense side. It's a good place to be for sure.
Right now, here it is. There'll be the gunfight. They get the win there over Show. And the rest of the members of Northridge, they were just letting Show be bloodthirsty. Good time to posture check. Make sure you got yourself all situated. Take a long moment there. Don't let your wrist get, if you're playing, don't let your wrist be sitting on the table when it doesn't need to be. Get that thing off of it. Protect your wrists. You young people, you don't want to be like Eli the Curry. Your wrist pop every time you move it. Trust me, it is not fun.
Eli,
I might recommend some, exactly. I might recommend some Ritual Motion gloves. Maybe 20% off, use the coupon code. Maybe get yourself some gloves. Protect your wrists. Don't be like the old man here who's stuck commentating. Be a young gunner out there, like the members of Northridge who are up 3-0. See, young AFK.
They're gonna make an aggressive play towards A. Young AFK is gonna send down a smoke to cover the long push, but it might not be enough. CSUN is brave. They are the matadors, so we're gonna go ahead and see how they handle it. But now there's 4 defending the A site.
Yeah, a little bit different here.
A little over rotate, I would say, but.
Well, you got the long lurk set up here now from their Reyna, as it's Sando who takes out the lamp. Get tooled and Slays get 2. Get tooled gets the 3rd, so.
Boop finds someone with a shock dart. I mean, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, by any means necessary, but this is a good setup now for Santa Barbara, as Tofu has just been on the lurk position here, right, to cut off the retreat. And now with them up 3-2, if Tofu can handle one moving through, there's a quick shot there. Revamp punishes Tofu for those errant shots to start out with. You hate to see that type of thing happen. And Tofu, yeah, pretty embarrassed about it. That is unfortunate. But if you're Santa Barbara, it's okay right now, as you have Get Tooled over there on the A site. So they're at least in position to force a rotation here. And with only 20 seconds, Northridge is going to move quickly if they're looking to get the spike down.
Absolutely. Unfortunately for Santa Barbara, there are no smokes left on their side. He is out, for the utility is not available. It's going to be a pure gunfight re-entry for them. Of course, the same can be said for the side of CSUN. There are no trap wires. There's only 1 cage. And young AFK has gone out. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I was a little bit confused. Yeah, he was having a little party. Why not?
Just communicating about when they were going to set this up. It looks like right now they'll be moving down to C site. You see Chocolate K just going to set back. They're going to be eyes on the spike. It'll be Revamp taking point there. They get young AFK. There's 1. But Get Tool gets their 3rd kill of the round. This is still in play, but the spike is counting down quickly here. See shots on it.
Oh, Hot Chocolate K, you gotta hit these. And he does. Hot Chocolate K, aka Kenny, getting the final kill of that round, securing CSUN a 4th round in this half, which is amazing for the attack side. They're going ahead and find a lead. They're finding their momentum, and it looks like Santa Barbara is going to need to find their footing soon. They might just get swept up in a poor economic take. And as soon as I say that, I think I'm seeing a operator on the side of defense, Santa Barbara.
Oh, there you go. There's one decision to make. We see Revamp has their operator up. The lamp will be opping up as well. So it's Jet versus Jet, Op versus Op. You love to see it. You get it right here at CVL. Eyes on the targets. He's going to get it. Those shots go wide. But now the lesson is learned here. Revamp knows they're up against an operator.
Sando gets tripped up. He's found. He gets sprayed through the wall. Slays. They do know there's another one. Get Tool finds him. CSUN is down 2 players, and it's not looking great. Boop is there. He's aware. But is he going to show his flare?
Nah, it looks like he doesn't want to be there. He'll just back up.
A little bit of a stare.
Yeah, it's smart to beware.
Absolutely.
And I mean, to be fair... No, okay, I'm gonna stop.
We were on a good roll there.
Oh, well, so we see there the ops were actually underrated. It was the utility there from Santa Barbara that won them this advantage. And they're holding on to it as we see Tofu now going to get approached. And oh boy, Tofu, not again.
He's not happy about that.
Oh yeah, Tofu's going to have something to say about this moving forward. Fortunately, Slays gets their 2nd of the round. If you're a Santa Barbara fan, you're happy about that as the lamp pops up with the operator. Slays gets their 3rd kill, and UC Santa Barbara gets themselves on the board here. They salvage that round. Tofu's not happy about it, but you'll take the round win. Santa Barbara now looks to get themselves back into the matchup. I know, Ashcon, you've got an affinity for Northridge, but I'm going to ask you to put yourself in the enemy shoes for just a moment and tell us what Santa Barbara needs to do to get themselves closer to tying up this half.
Well, I'll tell you what they need to do. If you take a good look at that scoreboard, they're sitting on 4 ults, so they need to use those.
Excellent. That is analysis I could not do better. Use your ultimates.
Use
No,
your ultimate.
But it does speak to the utility, right? That's how they won that last round. Oh, no.
Well, that's timing. Unfortunate.
Why did we have to be watching Tofu? Why did we have to get the eyes on it? That kill could have happened off screen. Nobody would have known. Not like that.
Yeah, poor guy. He's having a rough time. But hey, he's going to bring it back. I believe in him.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep playing through it. It's a comedy of errors at this point, but it'll all be forgiven when Tofu is able to get online. And if you pop off as Reina, the team will forgive rounds like this one as Chocolate K is going to get the plant.
Spike planted.
The shock dart go out.
Used his Hunter's Fury to delay the bomb plant, but unfortunately Young AFK did not follow up to move on. So we're going to see how he uses that perhaps this round. Sando is sitting there with 2 enemies in the corner. And oh my god, Young AFK gets the trade. Hot Chocolate's gonna find get tool, but Young AFK is gonna find the second one on show. Unfortunately, not a third as Hot Chocolate K takes him out.
Enemy remaining.
Kenny finds a third on Slays, and D-Lamp has a headshot knife. Boop has his Hunter's Fury. He's gonna use it this round in an attempt to keep the lamp off the bomb.
Oh, what a clutch knife there from DeLamp. But do they have the time to get it? They do. They clutch out that round. Brilliant positioning there by DeLamp. Knew they could soak that Hunter's Fury and then dip off of the spike. As it was Boop who was forced to kind of spray quickly there. They missed their opportunity, and then when DeLamp re-peaked with that Blade Storm, they do what the best Jets do, and that is click heads. Another round win here for Santa Barbara.
It seems like the opposite of the Jets clicking heads is the Reynas. That was a little bit of a scuffed round for both of our Reyna players, but hey, you know, you didn't hear me ask you to clip it or anything.
Well, all the same now, if you're Santa Barbara, you salvaged another round. If you're Northridge, you've gotten yourself in a good position. Almost every round has looked extremely strong for them to start out with. As we see Tofu, there we go. Tofu gets the first kill of the round, and of course, naturally, we weren't looking. But you know, they say a watch pot never boils.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead. But now we're going to watch him, and he's going to feel the pressure, unfortunately. Oh, Young AFK is going to go ahead and deny entry to the B site with an ultimate. And perhaps force CSUN off and away. And yes, it seems so. Hot Chocolate K is going to go ahead and make a move towards A. But Sando's stuck in a bad position with 29 health. He does have a little bit of backup with the Sova darts. He's going to go ahead and jump away. Bob, duck, dodge, and weave. And CSUN is going towards an open A site.
There are eyes on it right now, though. We do see DeLamp watching that angle there with the operator. See the smokes go up in heaven. That's going to give the information out as Young AFK drops that molly down. The plant has come through now for Northridge. Tag up there for Chocolate K. Positioning right now, 2 guns up in heaven right now for Santa Barbara, but they don't really have an angle. It's Tofu though who gets the opening, and then they're going to be able to move off of this, get another fight as Young AFK gets a kill here. AFK and Tofu takedown show together. It's Get Tooled who takes out Boop, and it's another round for Santa Barbara. This one flawless.
Absolutely amazing job by Tofu there to decide to make himself go invulnerable, drop down, see the 2 players in health, give his team that information he needs. They need to go ahead and push in, take those trades, and confidently retake the site.
Absolutely, that was an expert retake on their end. You see what it happens if you see the spike go down and nobody dies. Sometimes you wonder if the team is out of position, right? If the defenders will be able to initiate a retake. There was no issue there for Santa Barbara, as after falling behind 4 rounds to 0 and looking rather out of sorts, they have now rallied up together, and they're making this look very good as they are 1 round away from tying this back up.
Okay, we get a drone lead in towards garage. Unfortunately, no pick off of it, but information has been gathered that one is sitting in garage window. Tofu has made his way to C long and is taking control of that. That's the lamp is gonna find the pick on revamp, so unfortunately they control the map now. CSUN is not gonna be too happy. And mid is gonna fall under the pressure of Santa Barbara.
And I'll tell you, look at these spots on the map. Look at this positioning now from Santa Barbara. It feels so much more oppressive, so much more aggressive now. Like they smell blood in the water and they're looking to pinch and bind Northridge down here and just force them into this narrow cauldron. As you see, they move over towards the seaside, and Tofu's going to be able to take that fight. They get one. There's the dismiss. They get out. They'll be able to take another one.
I know
Unfortunately not. Hot Chocolate K is going to land that headshot and Tofu, stop him in his tracks, but they are going to be spotted. He did get the information that all of CSUN is now at C long, and so Santa Barbara is going to do their utmost to keep him off of the site. Sando goes in, but unfortunately is not able to find it. It's flamed by Slays, gets Tools, gets his boof, and Slays finds the second one on Kenny.
There it is. That's the value of that positioning. You saw it as soon as Tofu took that fight. With the Reyna, you're never out of the fight, right? Things can happen. But more importantly, you force all of Northridge to engage you, what was left in that round. And as soon as that intel gets out, they're all together in the C hallway trying to move towards, down that alley. That's a tough fight to take against a set of competent opponents. And it doesn't work out for him as you see Santa Barbara is able to actually tie this up at 4-4.
CSUN here just looking for one more round to call it a good half, They just need that 5-7 ending, but we'll see how that goes. They are doing an aggressive take on A here, but Santa Barbara is responding just as quickly. The Lamp is going to find the pick on Revamp. Sando is going to get taken out by Young AFK. We're going to have a 3-for-5. The spike is on A. CSUN has to reclaim the site to even plant if they want to.
This is it's a risky situation now as you have an operator basically able to put eyes on the spike, and there it is. Northridge cut off from the retake attempt to even get a chance to plant, and it is now a lead for UC Santa Barbara. Okay, Ashkan, you gave good advice. Use your ults, and it looks like Santa Barbara heard you, and now they're ahead. What do you say if you've watched the big lead slip away and you're looking to make your way back into the round? What's the plan of attack here for Northridge to get themselves back into play here and potentially contend for the last few rounds before halftime?
Well, first of all, the way they chose to play their economy there, and I believe they forced up, if I'm not mistaken, was not great. So now they have to save up here. They need to just make sure they are confident in their pushes and swinging off plays like that. You see Tofu just clearly takes out the drone, a piece of important utility for CSUN for free. That's not what you want to do, is give your opponent utility on the attack side. And a free peek and kill.
Mid Tool has looked extremely good as well in the second part of this first half. Been a lot of the lamp, a lot of young AFK here for Santa Barbara as they have mounted this comeback. And now they'll push into this site here, but they do not want to run afoul of the lamp's operator. That's why the smokes come out. That's why all this utility is down here to open this room up. But it's Tofu on the other side. Finds one, gets some good damage, but can't get a second. But the lamp will follow up and find Show. And a second on Revamp. What a repeat there from DeLamp, who gets two with the operator, and Slays finishes off the round.
Ooh, absolutely phenomenal defense there by the side of Santa Barbara. They are not joking around. Okay, but now CSUN has their rifles. They are ready to play with the full potential. Again, that was a light buy round for CSUN. So, hey, this round could go either way. But it seems that they are not wary of this operator. DeLamp has been getting, in my opinion, one too many free peeks. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of long angle smokes come out of the side of CSUN. I'm not seeing this area denial that we should be seeing, that we saw our last match with the denial for the op.
Yeah, and it was Santa Cruz who was working it really well, which is funny because the agents they chose didn't really indicate that they would be playing that type of utility, but it just goes to show it's not just the agents you select, it's how you use them. As Boop loses that drone there. That's Tofu and Sando both getting a kill. Tofu falls here, so the agents stay even on both sides, 4-4. But if you are Northridge, you have to be wary because DeLamp is still alive and kicking, and that operator has been a major problem for them.
Now, if I were Show right here, I would love to use my Omen ultimate to get some information on whatever site I want to go to, get a head count, and enable my team to push with confidence. However, a smoke to the heaven is going to be just as good. Sando's going to go ahead and reveal his position. As he breaks the tripwire, unfortunately, get Tool, takes him out. It does not find a second peek, but DeLamp is going to take out Show. Hot Chocolate K trades out. Tool. CSUN is 2 players. DeLamp almost dies, but Young AFK has like a little body block situation there.
And that almost got DeLamp punished, but it did save DeLamp enough space, and they get a kill there. Again with the operator, that's 2 for DeLamp there. And I'll tell you this, Young AFK won't show up at the top of the leaderboard when this is all said and done. But when we go back and look at this first half, you will find their name in a very crucial spot over and over again. It's been a full team effort from Santa Barbara to claim control of this first half. You mentioned 7-5. That's a scoreline that I think Northridge will be quite happy to take at this point, as they've watched the half slip away.
Indeed, indeed. It's just unfortunate that for this last round that they want the 5th is that they are on a save. Oh, just kidding. Revamp is going to go ahead and do that knife over the wall. Hey, you got to expect it.
Listen, Jet player don't save, okay? Look, Jet player with Blaze Storm, that ain't saving. You need saving from her, not the other way around.
Young AFK going for a sight denial with his ultimate. Sando's blinded because it's going to go ahead. Oh my god, CSUN's going to go ahead and find 3 players, leaving the site completely open. They're going to go ahead and retake. And we are DeLamp.
Well, this is the moment right here. If you want to be able to claim the operator forever and never have anybody challenge you, this is what you do. You pop off in this exact situation. But you know Northridge is not going to make it easy.
Northridge definitely will not make it easy, but DeLamp also has their knives out here, so yep, there they go. He's going to go ahead and run up to heaven. Let's see what he does. Sando being held by his wonderful Sova partner. And let's see if anyone can find DeLamp. They do. The camera is out, and DeLamp refuses to shoot it. Is just going to go ahead and find heads to knife. He finds 1, finds 2. Unfortunately, cannot find 3 as Boop finally takes him out.
Boop there saves the day there for Northridge, as we were about to witness one of the most cracked moments possible. But fortunately for Northridge, they hold it tight. They do a good job. Fundamentally sound, right? You don't need everybody alive. You just need the spike to go off, and that is what they get. Now we enter into the second half. It is 7-5 Santa Barbara. They flipped the momentum. They flipped the script. If you are Northridge, how are you looking to engage your defense in order to make sure that you are able to play as well when you're on the defending side as Santa Barbara did, right? If you want to get this lead back and be on top at the end of the half.
Well, what I like, first of all, is how, I mean, we just saw the ping go out on the side of CSUN. They're communicating to each other for how they want to hold Garage and C, and they are playing a very information-based game. Of course, they need to be ready to rotate. And here we go with another B start round on Pistol. Not something I see very often.
Oh, and Show took an aggressive push into the B site there. Tried to get done with that right-click fire, but it was shut down. Same, there's Young AFK getting a kill there on Sando. What a flick there from Revamp.
Vamp, what a guy.
See me on Aim Lambs getting my work done. Hot Chocolate K takes out DeLamp. It's Young AFK, Tofu. Wow, what a kill there from Tofu. As they look to move back into this, you mentioned that B site. It is a rather open area for retakes. As Boop takes out Tofu. However, it looks like Santa Barbara will run out of time in this round. One way or another, it's just about getting kills here. As you see Revamp. Slaves and Revamp basically look at each other and go, you know, it's all said and done. It doesn't matter anymore, but I still don't like you.
Yeah, so CSUN unfortunately could not get that retake there. So again, we had the proper procedure with getting off of the B site once the plant happens. Potato. Both teams have pulled it off. So here we go. And now what's very important and pivotal here is how CSUN is going to handle having the weapon difference. Right? They're down. They're lower. They have less money.
Yeah, and they pushed out that strong advantage when they had the eco advantage in the first half, right? Jumped out to that 4-0 lead. It wasn't until Santa Barbara could buy up fully and feel confident in their rifle round that they were able to get some work done. So we'll see what happens here as Tofu and Slays start things out hot. Kenny there making those right clicks work, but it's Tofu getting a solid pick there. And that'll confirm this plant here on the C site, and Boop is left alone. You don't have anything to say for either. You're just sitting there on the classic and get tooled. Make sure that it doesn't last too long. No tea time here. We've got things to do. We move on.
Nah, absolutely. Yeah, so CSUN, don't push on those save rounds. That was not a smart decision. Especially because had they even peaked those angles and gotten traded, it would have been disadvantageous. I'm surprised they even got that far. However, it is one of those high risk, high reward plays. Had they been able to get that pick, it would have been a game changer. So we do have to recognize that.
Indeed, it is. But at this point, if you're Northridge, you don't need theory, you need results. They've got the guns for it here, as you see. Sando sitting on that Phantom. Take out that recon drone, but oh, okay. Sando's able to exfiltrate that situation without getting shot at. I was a little nervous. The lamp.
Unfortunately, as punishment, he's had to give up garage to Slays, and he is off of it.
Oh, the lamp, what a peek there, one. They don't find the second, but it's Slays who's right there to pick up the kill. Beautiful coordination there from Santa Barbara.
Oh, here we go. Trade back kill from Revan. Oh, Boop. Guys, don't clip that. That would be very mean. Young AFK is going to go ahead and go in, go out.
Yeah, not going to be happy to watch that shock dart in the film room, but it's important to note those type of things. You got to face down. We were talking off camera about it. Listen, it doesn't matter how bad you are at something. Once you get good, nobody cares. See, revamp. Smoked out. There's some intel here. We're going towards A site. Ooh, Slays gives it up to Boob, who saw that gun on the other side. You know, I would bring this up. We don't really see this. No, I don't think anybody's using left-handed view, right? Everybody that we see so far is on the right-handed side.
Yeah, there have been no left-handers. I mean, hey, you know.
Well, I was just wondering from like you know, from a tactical standpoint, if you think there's anything to be had about that. We noticed that situation right there. That fight basically happened through the wall just because the shoulder gave away the position of the agent. What do you?
So, as far as I'm aware, switching the hand model doesn't switch it from a third-person perspective. But clearing the angle, of course, you get all that open space on the other half of your screen. You get your advantage there.
Yeah, it's just something I thought about as we saw that, but it's neither here nor there. If you are Northridge, you don't really care how you get these rounds. You just need to get them, as they do salvage that round, and they take it now 9-6. Like you said, Ashkan, getting those rifles up, getting your utility up, and then just taking it slow, taking it patiently, not pushing just because you're behind, but finding a target and an objective before you make your move. It allows your value to make a huge difference.
Indeed, but talking about a lack of utility, CSUN has left the B side open, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Again, this is the retakeable site, and we're going to see a lot of util on the side of Santa Barbara go out and be used and be wasted on a CSUN that isn't there. So when the retake comes around, CSUN's going to be in a much better position.
Well, their show, they get shut down before they can even make the judge go one time. This Kenny getting a kill there on Get Tooled there. That'll even up the numbers here. A young AFK, what a flick on a Sando, but they get shut down. Oh, nope, sorry, that's Revamp taking out Slays.
Who finds young AFK?
Oh, but it's Tofu. Look at Tofu up on the box, completely unseen. They get 3 kills in that round. It is now 10-6, Santa Barbara.
Oh man, what an amazing hold by the side of Santa Barbara. Post plant hold, of course, and CSUN is having a rough time. I think had they let those smokes go out, they would have been in a much better position. Show being lost that early into the retake, of course, not ideal.
Mm-hmm. And it's a frustration as well, because if it's a B push, you want a close quarters weapon like that. You want the judge actually to do some work, but fortunately for Show, they weren't able to get it done. As we see Revamp's Blaze-Storm come out.
All is quiet on the western front. CSUN conglomerating. Oh, pardon me.
Looks like they're moving over, but they're pretty stacked up here. It's looking like it's going to be over towards the A site. And Santa Barbara has agents in position. See Boop, you see Revamp there with the Blaze Storm. So Revamp will be ready for this fight.
He wants the shotgun, but he's not going to get it.
Steps too far forward. They get taken out by Tofu. Slaves finds Boop, and now that A site is wide open. As young AFK will get the plant down, and it's another post-plant setup here for Santa Barbara.
Oh my god, DeLamp also being able to walk out into CT from heaven is also a great position to have. And is Show using a shotgun again?
Yeah, I think Show is back on that. Yeah, Show's on that judge again.
I don't mean to judge him, but...
Oh, no.
There you go, he finds one. He's gonna go ahead and pick up the rifle. Not the equip animation! No, not like this.
No, don't tell me you get a kill with the judge, then you drop it and get punished for trying to rearm yourself. There's young AFK taking out Sando, and Kenny was like, look, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that judge. I ain't got nothing to do with that fight. I'm saving y'all. Well, it's 11-6 now for Santa Barbara. They've got a strong lead. Weapons not really coming online here for Northridge, but I'll tell you one thing. You can buy here knowing that you're going to at least receive that 3x loss bonus if things go awry here. And they are 2 rounds away from losing this map, so the decision needs to be made. What do you think about this buy here from Northridge?
Very risky buy, but hey, they have the utility they need. It's just going to be a matter of winning the fight that they have to win. Unfortunately, Sando is not going to win his. Hot Chocolate K will get the trade. Gatul's going to find Hot Chocolate K, and CSUN is yet again down a man, but it's better than being down 2.
Dude, it is. And now we see Show here with the Spectre. They get tagged up as that ult does come out for Santa Barbara. And I like that ult usage here, right? With 3 to 4, it's not as clearly in your favor. So you're looking to establish that lead, right? Get yourself on match point if you can. What a shot by the lamp! Are you? Can you do it twice? Do it twice. Do it. Do it. I dare you. There's the lamp tagging up, taking shots. The spike is getting closer and closer. Look at Slaves with a kill on Revamp.
My god.
Now, even if Boop is able to get the work done here to get a kill, they will not be able to stop this spike. It will be 12-6. You see Santa Barbara now on match point. Ooh, okay, Boop. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Yeah,
keep
all
the
right.
energy. Keep that same energy, Boop. You're going to need it for this last round, potentially, as Santa Barbara is on match point.
And let's bring that scoreboard up, get a good look at that utility here with those ultimates if we can. It's just a matter of how we're going to use what when possible, right? So we do have Hunter's Fury on both Sovas, and that's going to be something used for the post plant. And if I am remembering correctly, young AFK should still have his ult, which he does. Post plant is looking very strong for the side of Santa Barbara. CSUN, please bring it back. I'm begging you. I am begging you.
Well, you see now one commentator openly calling for the match to continue. The other one observing. It's Tofu who gets first blood on Boop. As the smokes come down into the A site, Santa Barbara looking strong, but Revamp, if he gets something done there, they're just off, and the lamp gets the flick here. It's looking great for Santa Barbara as the Matadors are forced to watch the bull run through. Gets 2, and Tofu finds Show. It's a flawless finish. Santa Barbara rattling it off from 4-0 Northridge. It ends 13-6 Santa Barbara. Ashkan, I know you're gonna. Look, Ashkan, you can see right now he's hopping in right now, wiping the tears away. But Santa Barbara has nothing to cry about as they pop off there. What an adjustment from their side. What a performance, Ashkan. I hate to do this to you right now. I know you're going through some things, but it's only game one, and I have to ask you, what was the adaptation Santa Barbara was able to pull off? How did they retake control of the map and finish with such a dominant effort?
So I feel like some of those rounds that Santa Barbara got are at the fault of a little bit of poor, to put it bluntly, poor decision making on the part of CSUN to kind of push rounds where they shouldn't have pushed on the defense side. Of course, they had the defense lockdown, but I want to say that the lamp and entering with confidence is really what enabled Santa Barbara to get in there. And Tofu also kind of getting into gear. You know, we gave him his little like jab and pokes at the beginning of the game, but he also kind of turned it on. Whereas unfortunately, we have to face the reality. Sando and Sho did not bring to the table what I assume is what they would usually bring, right? So it to me, again, scoreboard is not everything, but when there's such a big gap between the two teams, it does tell a lot in this scenario.
Yeah. And you can see it from that scoreboard, right? No member of Santa Barbara went negative on the night. Even Tofu, who had the most death for them, only has 14. And like you said, it was a slow start from them at all ranges, but once they got into rhythm, it just seemed like they felt the confidence. They seemed unstoppable. And if you're Northridge, it's not your best showing, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And though we are done for this evening, it is only week 1 of CVL Season 2. We still have a ton of Valorant action for you over the coming weeks, including some more weekend events happening as well. So we're actually going to have quite a bit more Valorant than just these Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. For Eli the Curry, I'm Eli the Curry. For Ashkan, I'm Eli the Curry. We want to thank all of our partners, the Radiant.gg, AIM Labs, as well as the California State University Entertainment Alliance, AIM Labs, HyperX, Ritual Motion, MSI, CEV, as well as Radiance.gg. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you to our wonderful partners and sponsors, as well as you, the viewers at home. We will see you all in the coming weeks with more Valorant action. And yeah, get your shot darts ready. Don't be like Eli Curry shock darts. Have better shock darts. You want good ones. Ashkan, I'm gonna be sloppy. What do you got to say, man? Nah, you did a great job tonight. What do you got to say, man? Before we go off, just tell them whatever you want to tell them.
Look, I just want to give a great shout out to all the competitors, really bringing out their best stuff here. You know, spending their Friday nights to just grind. You know, get better, have some fun. Everything here is all for fun, but also, you know, they are bringing a little bit of bloodshed for this prize pool that we have going on, and I am just simply impressed. So I congratulate all of them for spending their time, you know, refining their craft here.
Folks, there you go. We will see you all next time. Have a good night.